Welcome to Muggle with a Mic, the most anticipated show of the year. This year, the 2024 Oscars episode. Hi, everybody. I'm Jen. With me is Katie.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, we have Sara via audio.
Greetings, Muggle with a Mic audience.
And we're so delighted to have with us, live with us, not on a recording. We're so happy to have Jonah with us, our own movie critic. Jonah, welcome.
Jonah.
Jonah man.
Glad to be here.
Happy to have you. Katie?
Thank you.
Take it over.
Okay, thank you, Fresh Air with Jenny. Hey, guys, welcome to our annual Oscars episode. We're real excited. It's going to be a long one because we got 10 films to talk about. So we're just going to go straight into our mug section. Why don't we since Jonah, this is your first episode with our sisters. You go first, bud.
So I'm not at home, so I don't have a mug, but I've got this delicious water bottle. Should I show the brand? I don't know how that works.
I don't care.
But it's a wonderful red water bottle, and it keeps me nice and quenched.
It's a drinking
So
vessel.
That will be the healthiest
It is a drinking
answer
vessel.
of us all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jonah only drinks water.
This is true.
Sara, you are joining us via audio, like Jen said. Can you describe your mug to us?
Yeah. My what? My what?
Wug.
Your water mug.
My what?
My mug is just a plain white mug, but then it has the silhouette of a man, a specific man, and it says, "Toss a coin to your Witcher." Is anyone familiar with the show Witcher?
It's a Netflix TV show starring Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Yes. Jen, you seem like silent.
Well, you know me. Don't watch a lot of stuff.
Really?
I watch
could've
Paw
mentioned
Patrol,
it.
Sonic
Let's
1 and
go.
2 over and over and over again.
I think I might have.
Oh. Is this a good B-roll of The Witcher? Like, what is happening? Are we sponsored by The Witcher?
Well, I tried,
Toss
guys.
a coin to your Witcher.
I tried to add sound, but now the sound's not coming through. So we're just gonna leave that there with the silhouette of the Witcher there.
That's the back
Respect that.
of a horse butt.
Oh,
That's
hey,
true.
Sara, that looks like one of our favorite scenes from the wedding planner.
Oh, Massimo.
Oh, it does. Streets of Laredo.
Streets of Laredo. Yes.
All right. So we got Sarah's toss a coin mug. I was gonna try to play the theme there, but it didn't work. So Jen.
Well, I really felt a lot of pressure this year because I think I've won the last 2 years with the mug for the Oscars episode. I had the all right. And then the last year I had the Dollywood mug. This has to be the best mug ever. And I know Sara will 100% agree. This is from my precious nephew, my godson. It is I'm Donuts for You. From my sweet little Benny Bear.
Look at the handle.
Look at the handle. It's a donut with sprinkles.
Wow.
I love donuts and cupcakes. They just make me happy. So isn't
Some would
that
say
a precious
the Simpsons
mug?
movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
There you go. You're welcome.
But that's my mug. I just love this mug. It's my absolute favorite.
That is
It's now
nice.
All right, and the best for last was mine, but I chose the order, so it's a little biased. But this one is from the same family.
Yes.
This is from your nephew's mother, our sister. I'm just a wizard girl living in a muggle world. Took the Hogwarts train going anywhere.
Yes.
And, Sara, what am I filling it with?
Probably
Was it
not
rum?
butterbeer, but Rolling Rock.
Can you see the video?
Curiosity Cola. Yes. Specimens.
Man, you better than me. I straight up thought that was alcohol. I was like, whoa, we getting crazy tonight.
Well, so
It's like, whoa.
it's fermented. So it has alcohol in it, but it burns off in the process. So
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't have.
Wow, you're getting real technical.
Available
there,
at your
Kat.
local World Market.
We had this.
No,
First time
no,
we
I had
this
to Amazon that.
Oh.
First time we had this was at Stonehenge.
Yes, the hardest place to get stuff from, Amazon.
It was so difficult.
Treacherous journey. I've been there, man. I've been there. Trust me, man. Whenever it doesn't have Prime shipping, you're like, is it even worth it?
Is it even worth it? I
Is
could
it
just
even
go
worth
to the
it?
store myself.
All right, so guys, let's get into movies right away because we're gonna bing bang boom all of them.
I just would like to say, first of all, I am so proud of myself. I know the last 2 years I've been kind of the joke of this episode because I don't really have time to watch movies. I have an 8-year-old and just, I don't know, life. I watched 5 of the movies this year.
Oh my
What?
Jenny, you
What?
beat me. You beat me.
I made it a point to, I like made it my homework. Like it was like my assignment. And I watched half of them. I'm so proud of myself.
I
should
cannot
be.
wait to know the 5 you
I'm so surprised.
chose.
It'll be so exciting.
That's so crazy. What the heck?
I know.
Last year, what did you watch? Like 2 last year?
One. One. Top Gun.
Nice.
Top Gun.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm
You're
super
like, I watched
excited.
Top Gun last year, but I watched it 5 times.
Right.
Like, oh, so it's
Yeah.
essentially the same.
Well, and Jonah, you didn't even watch the whole first Top Gun.
No, because it's so bad, I couldn't get through it.
I
That is-
know. We loved it because like I'm an 80s
I mean-
girl, you know, so Top Gun was like the
Right.
it movie, but that cracked us up.
Hey, I love Top Gun Maverick, though. That movie is amazing.
Yeah, it's a
That
great
movie's
movie.
awesome.
It could just be standalone.
It is. To me, it is. I think to me, it is. I promise you.
But it's hard
Can I-
to
can I just
compare
ask-
a movie from the 80s to a movie nowadays because you know, the ability for them to make awe-inspiring scenes and stuff now as opposed to back then.
Can I ask a quick question,
No.
just for clarification's sake? Last year, I believe we all predicted what was going to win. I just want to. Can we just refresh?
Oh, here we
No,
go.
no.
Who predicted
we
the
go.
winner?
I'm going to stop right. I'm going to
I'm
stop
just
you right
curious.
here because I guess I used the wrong vernacular. We are not predicting the winner. We're picking our favorites. So they're not called
Okay.
predictions this year. They're called picks.
But may I also say that the rules
Can I do
that
both?
Katie made were that you could only pick the movies you watched. Well, obviously mine was Top Gun. I had no choice. She wouldn't let
Fair.
you pick one that you didn't watch.
You can't.
Can I have a question? I have a question for you, Jen. It's been another year. Have you watched any other of the 9?
From last time? No, because
That was an
Hey,
excellent
you know,
question. Thank you,
I'm just
Jonah.
hey, Jonah, you know what? That was in the past. I'm not getting any credit for watching those.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I was putting all of my effort into this year to kind of to show up a little better this
I'm
year.
proud of her.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite movie of last year won Best Picture, so I mean, I couldn't be more happier.
I remember that.
I'm just, bro. What can I say? It's not going to happen this year, but we'll get to that. we'll definitely
happen.
get to that.
So are you saying that
Not gonna happen.
your pick is your favorite and not necessarily
My
the one that's gonna
favorite
win?
is without a doubt not winning.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, but it did get nominated. But it is my favorite movie the whole year. Did get nominated, but it's not winning. It has no chance.
Gotcha.
Oh my.
All right, well, let's get into the first one. And this one, we're going to allow Sarah to introduce.
Ooh, okay.
Me?
Yeah.
I think I must know what it is then.
Yeah, go for it. You know it. I will change it when you say it.
Okay, the first movie we're discussing is Oppenheimer.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thoughts,
So
Sarah?
it's the biopic of Robert J. Oppenheimer and the creation of the atomic bomb.
So I will let
And-
you all talk
and-
about this because I did not watch this. I did
What?
not have time. So you all
The long movie.
go at it.
Well, I'm a little tiny bit, a tad biased because Cillian Murphy is my favorite actor ever.
Oh wow,
So-
you like Peaky Blinders, I assume.
Oh my goodness, Peaky Blinders,
seem-
but it goes
You
all the
seem
way
like
back
a
to
Peaky
like
Blinders person for sure.
I do.
Yeah, because
I
because
seem like
you're,
I just
into
blind you
the-
with a hat.
You're into like The Witcher and like I could tell you
Yeah.
like Netflix shows, so like I could just tell.
Well, I've kind of followed his career though, and
I respect that.
yeah, from like the beginnings. Like he was like a failed musician actually, and then got into acting. And Katie, you're rolling your eyes. I'm not sure why you're rolling your eyes.
I'm not rolling my eyes. It must be lagging because I wasn't rolling.
Oh, it is. It's a delay. Anyways, I appreciate the depths he goes to really inhabit his character. And he's the most opposite of any character he's ever played in real life. It seems like very humble, very like grounded. And I just think that makes his transformation into these characters all the more incredible.
Wow. Yeah.
Jonah, what were your thoughts on the film?
Oh gosh. Do we want to go with me next? Do you want to talk about it first or?
I have thoughts. I feel like you
Okay,
and honestly, I'm going to tell you right now. I think you and Sarah need to have a conversation about it. I'll keep out of it,
Okay.
and then I'll save it for after.
I'll give you this, Sarah. This was my like one like when 2023 started, this was like top 5 most anticipated movies. The hype for this for me was no bigger ladder. Like I was more excited for this movie than anything. And I will say, I walked out of the theater tad disappointed. Like I didn't love it as much as everyone else seemed to.
Okay.
I enjoyed myself. I didn't have a negative experience. I just feel like I left the theater wanting more, and I left that movie wanting more. I think the performances were all great. Cillian Murphy, he's never not turned out a fantastic.
But what about Robert Downey Jr.?
See, I thought his performance is the most overhyped performance this entire year. Like he was fine. Like he was playing a different version of Robert Downey Jr. And like his character didn't have enough to do in the parts that I was more interested in for me to care about him. But that was just kind of like a personal thing. There's some of the story beats I didn't really align with as much as I wanted to. Like the first and third act were really dragged on forever for me. The second act, I felt like it had a really good stride there, but it just really fell off at the end there, especially with all of Robert Downey's parts towards the end there. I wasn't really connected, and I never really found anything interesting there. And I love Christopher Nolan, and I'm glad he's going to, spoiler alert, definitely win Best Director this year. I think it's great. But
is that genre though not your typical choice for like a favorite genre?
That's a fair assessment. I enjoy biopics. I think biopics sometimes fall into similar formulas as each other. This one, I think, did try to steer away from that in a way. But I guess just like historical pieces, you could say, I enjoy them if they're really, if they really captivate me. But it takes a minute to really captivate me with stuff that's already happened, I guess. Maybe that's why.
I know there are people who thought that it was way too long and just drawn out, and like you're saying, slow moving in a lot of parts, but I appreciated it for that. So I guess that's the magic of movies.
For sure. And for me, I'm not bothered by the time, 3 hours. It's just, it felt like 3 hours. There's a movie that also was nominated for Best Picture that we'll talk about later. That's longer than this movie, and it felt a lot shorter. So I don't. Okay. It really dragged for me, and I really wanted to love it. I didn't go in there with any ill intent at all. I had saw Barbie prior though, so maybe but a day prior. I didn't do it the same day. I wanted to, but I did not. But anyway,
I enjoyed the whole hype with Barbieheimer and how the casts of each movie were encouraging, moviegoers to go see the other one. I did enjoy that.
Okay, I'm going to jump in, guys.
1,000,000%.
I'm going to agree and disagree with some of the things that were said. I agree with Sarah on RDJ. I think he was great. There was no Tony Stark in that movie. I think he did transform, and he had the arrogance of a senator or of someone who's working in politics. He had that down pat.
But I can see what Jonah's saying. Like, just because it was different than Iron Man and it was such a drastic character, somebody else might have played it and it would have just been expected.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't see Robert. I didn't see any of his other characters. I saw a very frantic, narcissistic, arrogant politician, and I thought he did a good job. He even changed his speech pattern, which I picked that I really liked.
Can I just say something? I was so pleasantly surprised to see Josh Hartnett again.
Yes,
and I loved him in his role. I thought that was a
really
nice,
good.
Yeah, I did too.
And a
haven't
lot
heard
better
his
than
name
Pearl
for a
Harbor.
while.
Well, Chris Nolan really just put like everyone in this movie. It really is just like every single person you could think of that you have missed seeing a lot. He really just put them in there.
Mm-hmm. And then I think it was too long. I think there was way too many characters to remember, which is probably accurate and true to the story. But there were just I got confused on who was who just by their names and the testimony and all that stuff. I think it could have been more condensed and easier to follow. And it was more about those testimonies and stuff rather than the actual making of it.
No, but that's where the turmoil for him was, in the political fallout and the fact that he didn't really want it to go down the road it went down. And that's then, like, I mean, in its creation, at the core, he was just a scientist, but then it took on all of these political twists and turns that he wasn't prepared for.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I watched it. I do think it was too long, but I thought Killers was too long as well. So
we'll argue about that later.
Yeah,
we've already argued about that plenty.
There's a whole episode.
I have a couple last things I really just want to say is that, like, I actually, one of the things I liked was the storytelling. I thought I liked the break apart and moving from past and present. I enjoyed that. I thought it was unique, and I always like whenever you do nonlinear storytelling and it's done well. And then also, I will say, unfortunately, I did intend to rewatch this movie this week because I bought the movie on 4K with that intention, like on 4K Blu-ray, with the intention of rewatching it because I hadn't seen it since July, but I was not able to because I've just been so busy this week. So I really want to rewatch it because I feel like my opinions might change.
Wouldn't you love for it to be shorter so you could rewatch it?
I don't have any problem with the runtime. It's just if it feels like it drags. I have no problem. If I'm of the mindset is that if a movie is however long it is, that's how long it's supposed to be. It's just whether or not they made good use of that time, and if it felt like it dragged in any way. That's how long the filmmakers made it. That's how long it's supposed to be.
I think I also connect differently with a movie if I know a version of it actually happened in real life. Mm-hmm. Like for me, that my movie going experience is just completely different.
I feel that.
I get that. So
I get that for sure.
Overall, out of 5 stars, what are we giving this one?
You Sarah, you want to go first?
Sure, 6.
No, out of 5. Oh, you mean more than that?
Yes. Okay, 5 if you're going to max it out.
5. Okay. Respect.
Jonah?
My current rating for it is a 3.5 out of 5. Positive. I really liked it. Again, I want to rewatch it. And I wanted to rewatch it so I could talk about it here, but unfortunately that was not the case, and I apologize. But I still enjoyed myself. Had a good time.
I agree. I'd say 3.5 too. Because
oh my gosh,
because I do think that it's too long, and I take that into account. And I also think that it was just maybe I wasn't in the right mindset, but I felt like it was a good movie, but I was confused and couldn't follow it very easily. So that's why I get
Sarah, did you watch it in IMAX, if you don't mind me, or in theaters in general?
I watched it in theaters. I would have loved to see it in IMAX, but no, I didn't. I watched it in theaters, though.
I saw it in IMAX, and that was definitely incredible. I mean, I was in, so funnily enough, Barbenheimer fell on my birthday weekend. So I was already up. Yeah, it was awesome. So I was already up in Columbus all week. So I Barbenheimered pretty hard. Barbenheimered pretty.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you. But yeah, I luckily I've seen all these movies. I saw all these movies in theaters, luckily, and I'm very thankful for that. So, but yeah, it definitely, the experience of it all, I will never forget. Like seeing the atom bomb scene,
Yes.
in the giant theater with sound that literally felt like it was in front of me, incredible. And again, I enjoyed myself. So yeah, I like Oppenheimer. Just for me, a little overrated.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go on.
Oh, what does Jenny rate it?
Oh yeah,
I
Jen.
didn't see it.
How about let's do a rating of how it intrigues you to want to watch it.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yes, that's good.
How about we just go middle of the
Jenny, can
road?
you name an actor other than Robert Downey
Cillian
Jr. and Cillian Murphy that's in it?
put that screen back up with all the actors on it? Emily Blunt.
Oh,
No, she
Jen,
just cheated,
come on.
Jonah. Don't
Say
let her
it.
fool you. She's
Matt
cheating.
Damon. Matt Damon.
Oh, okay, yeah, now we know it's really not
Scott
you.
Grimes.
Who?
I don't know. Anyway, I guess
Oh, Jen, say that one.
Kenneth Branagh, right?
Branagh.
Sorry,
He's
I
Irish.
feel under pressure here. Anyway,
he's a weirdo.
I mean, I know that there was a lot of talk about this movie, and sometimes when movies are talked about too much, it kind of turns me off to seeing them in a way.
that.
You know, it's almost like, okay. But I guess the time, I heard it was a long movie, and so I think that kind of turned me off to watching it. But, you know, if I get the chance,
But don't you guys think that things that are about like significant points
Sure.
in our human history might benefit from a
why does
longer
that-
than average movie?
Why does that point have to take over 3
Sarah,
hours?
I'm 100% on your side.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Everything
Jonah.
you say, I agree.
I agree, and I think
Thank
it's
you.
because we talked about this last year with the Elvis movie. It's because those movies relate to you because you lived alongside that time period or you've heard about that. So it's kind of nice to see the portrayal of it on film. I get that completely.
Excellent point, Jen.
That was good.
That's real good.
She knows a thing or two.
It's because I've watched 5 of these movies. You know, watch
Yeah,
out.
you're killing it.
We do need to move on, guys, or we're never going to
Well,
get
can
through
I
these movies.
just one more thing?
Jeez,
Am I supposed to say this now, or do I have to wait until the end of the episode for like picks and predictions?
Picks will be at the very end.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to let Jen introduce this one.
yeah.
Because tell us something. Did you watch this one,
I
Jen?
did watch this. This was the first one of the 5 that I watched.
I cannot wait for this.
This is.
I'm curious
Sarah.
what it is.
This is. I feel like.
I would.
Okay, this is Anatomy of a Fall.
Oh, yeah, you watched Anatomy of a
I
Fall?
did.
Let's go.
I
Color me
did.
shocked.
I
Dude,
did.
Sorry.
Dude.
I adore that movie, and I want everyone to watch it. So I'm so glad you watched it.
Wait until you hear
Sorry.
our thoughts on it.
You know
I
you know
did.
my answer.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so you know, I have a son, 8. You know, I don't get a lot of time to myself to watch movies because I put him to bed, I go to bed, whatever. My husband loves movies. Oh, you need to change the.
Oh,
Yep. Thanks, Jonah.
I'm so
I didn't
sorry,
want to speak in front of you. Sorry.
So sorry.
So and I was thinking, like, what movie am I going to watch? My son was actually over at my in-laws for a slumber party. My husband was away for a work trip. I was by myself, you know, make
Wow.
some popcorn, you know. So I thought, let me watch this movie first. And I really did like it. I liked it. The storyline intrigued me. I kind of like a little bit of mystery. And, you know, the whole secluded area and this, you know, death of the man in the movie, you know, the kind of whodunit, what happened, that whole.
Are we spoiling? I don't believe. Are we spoiling? Okay.
Yep.
can
I just
spoil
want
it.
to.
Anyway.
I was just curious.
We can't
I-
talk about it if we don't.
I liked it.
I know. I just wanted to make sure. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked because I actually haven't had a chance to watch this one, so now I have that.
mean,
plot
do you wanna
twist.
mute?
What you can see on
No,
the
no,
see on
I'm
the-
gonna watch it just it's in my list to watch before the Oscars.
I'm not going to let you know what happens.
It is.
I'm just
It is
gonna,
fantastic. I won't let you know what happens either.
Yeah.
I will talk very vaguely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But, you know, like the beginning, I have to tell you, the whole 50 Cent PIMP, I could not get it out of my head for days.
Oh, I was so annoyed with that song.
And it was kind of creepy. Like, the
Yeah.
more it played, it was kind of creepy. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So that stayed in my head for days.
Right.
Anyway, maybe it wasn't a movie like at first that I was like, should I be watching this by myself? But anyway, I really liked it. I will say I got a little exhausted with the subtitles because mine was delayed for some reason. So I felt like I was reading the movie. But I thought the kid in the movie was outstanding.
Yep.
Wow.
So good.
Yeah, he
Milo
just was
Machado Grainer.
he was amazing as an actor, just amazing. And Snoop needs to get Best Actor too.
Oh, the dog.
The dog.
Yes.
It's a great dog. Best dog of the year, I
He
think.
is.
When I thought they were going to do what they were going to do with Snoop, I was about over the movie. We're not going to tell Sarah.
Yeah, but they didn't. So
They didn't.
we're all good.
Yeah.
Snoop was just anyway. But I will say it was very interesting. It's a French film, and it was kind of interesting to see the whole law process. That was neat to watch.
I wonder if it was accurate.
Yeah. But I thought the movie went by very quickly because I was so intrigued and into the movie.
100%.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it.
Good. Jonah?
I agree with everything you said. Essentially, I was on the edge of my seat so much I almost fell off. Like it was so.
That would have been Anatomy of a Fall.
But ching.
That was good. Just celebrate that one. Celebrate that one.
Oh, look, the balloons.
Yeah, that was. The movie just absolutely captivated me from beginning to end. I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. I didn't want it to end, and I just adored it. Sandra Hüller, she's killed it
Yeah.
this year. I mean, she was in two Best Picture noms. Crazy.
She was really, really good.
She's incredible. I can't get enough of that movie. I can't wait to rewatch it. I love that movie. I mean, you saw my reaction. I mean, I just thought it was. I mean, I'll tell you my rating at the end. Oh wait.
I watched it as well. And I did I liked the roller coaster of there were times you thought she was guilty and then times when you thought she wasn't. And then they did a really good job of truly misleading the viewer.
Keeping you there for sure. And it felt so, all the the conversations, without spoiling the voice recording, felt so real. Like it was not like it was off script. Like it was insane how I literally felt like I was watching something I wasn't supposed to be. Like it felt so organic, and I was completely captivated by that scene. Man, that scene was incredible. That was my favorite scene in the whole movie. And maybe the end with Milo's part, without spoiling. But yeah, other than that.
He was incredible. I mean, he was just, I was amazed at his ability at his age to express himself the way that he needed to.
Subtly.
Yeah, it was really
100%.
powerful. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it.
He really made
I'm
you
glad.
feel like you were with him because he didn't know what had happened.
No.
He didn't know what was going on with his parents. Same with the viewer.
And as a mom of a boy, I mean, those scenes where he was very emotional and very, I don't know, he just really broke my heart. I was crying because he was portraying his feelings so well.
Yeah,
That-
watch the film just for his performance.
Yeah, it's
everyone
very
else
good.
was great too, but
He was the surprise, I guess you would say, in his part. I thought it was great.
Sarah,
Agreed.
would you want to watch this based on what we're saying?
Oh, yes, it's in my list. And I'm just enjoying hearing Jenny talk about how emotionally cathartic
killing
this
it. You're killing
experience
it. I love
was. Jen, you gotta, I'm just so proud of you, Jen.
I'm sensing a cinephile within you, Jen.
Oh, well, I'm having to...
Next.
When Sarah gives her,
Thesis.
I can't. It's getting late, Katie.
Let's
Why are we
let's
doing
shoot
these
for all-
late
let's
again?
shoot for all 10 next year. Let's shoot for all 10.
I'm going to. Yeah.
Let's
I
do
set
it.
myself up for that. Okay.
All right,
Let's go.
scores for this one. Let's start with Jen.
I would give it I'd give it a 5. I would.
What, the best? It's the best movie you've ever seen.
No, it's not the.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, Jen,
A
A
5
Knight's
out of
Tale
5
is a
doesn't mean
5.
there's only one movie as a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I would just. It's not the best movie I've ever seen. It's just there were elements in. I think if you checked off a box of what makes a good movie, it would meet that. So that's why I would give it a 5.
I love Jen. Bro, you're just killing it.
Thanks.
I gave it a 5 out of 5. I adore that movie, and I will adore it forever. I can't wait to rewatch it every year.
I give it a 4. Just because sometimes I felt like the trial scenes were going kind of quick. And I don't think it had to do with the subtitles. That attorney, that prosecuting attorney was just... And I think it could have been slowed down, and he still could have shown his aggressive manner of questioning.
Sure.
So it's just timing and stuff like that. So I give it a 4. Sarah, what would you give it for wanting to see it?
I'll give it a 5, like the others.
Let's go.
There you go. Okay. All right. So the next one, Jonah, Sarah, did you see this one?
I don't know what you're about to say.
Oh, okay. Well, I gave everyone the
me neither.
list. I gave everyone the list, and nobody's following
Oh,
it.
sorry. We've got
No,
so many
Jen-
things open.
Yes,
that-
I've got it
you
right
sent me a link that is now
I don't-
expired, and
I
you
don't
never
get in
resent it.
trouble 'cause I'm
I don't
here.
have the list. I'm sorry.
Slackers. So Jen and I will introduce every movie. No, Phil, or I said Phil. I'm sorry.
Phil, are you out there?
Can I there's
Phil.
one movie.
Bilbo
there's one movie
Baggins?
I would love to introduce.
I know which
if
one
that's
it is,
okay.
and I'll make sure you
Okay.
do.
Okay, cool.
It's not this one, but I'm gonna change the logo, Jonah, and I'm gonna
Thank
let you introduce it. There you
Oh,
go.
wait. So, look at that. American Fiction.
There you go.
So I get to talk about it now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, excellent. Okay, I just want to make sure. American Fiction is, I adored this movie. I thought its writing was some of the most witty and clever writing I've seen in years in a satirical comedy. It's satirical comedy at its absolute best, I feel like, because satirical comedies nowadays are so, like, I guess you could think like Adam McKay movies, like Don't Look Up or The Big Short or stuff. Those don't really work fully on this level because I feel like he never fully gets to the point that he's trying to make. But with this movie in particular, Cord Jefferson 1,000,000% says everything he wants to say and more, as well as just, I had an absolute blast. I was hurting while watching this movie. Hurting, my gut was hurting. It was so funny.
From laughing.
I thought it was just so good. I love this movie, and I did not think I would adore it as much as I did. I knew I'd probably like it, but not as much as I did. I loved the trailer, but man, the movie was just even better.
Sarah, did you see this one?
I didn't, but I've seen the trailer, and it's in my list, and I want to watch it with my husband because I think he would love it too.
Okay, so I watched it. I started it last night and finished it this morning.
Nice.
I was like, okay, I'll watch this. I wasn't really sure what it was about. I think this is the most authentic film in all of them, in all the films
Oh, wow.
right
Okay.
now. Very relatable, and I just, the way the dialogue that they had, it just flew so smoothly. The little comedic comeback certain characters had was just super refreshing, and every relationship like felt personal in its own specific way, like his relationship with his mother, his relationship with the girlfriend, the sibling relationships, both with his sister and his brother were completely different relationships. And I just thought it was a very dynamic film. And
When you say authentic, you mean from the writer to what's put on the screen, right?
yeah,
Like you can really feel the voice.
yeah, oh yeah, very clearly.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
I really loved it. I would suggest to everyone to watch this movie. It was really great. And the poster itself that's on the screen right now perfectly summarizes what it's about. But if you haven't watched the film, you don't know what that means. So
I forgot to say that Sterling K. Brown gave one of the best supporting actor performances in years. I thought it was fantastic. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
I love him. I love him from This Is Us.
That scene
a lot
with
of people
him
do.
And Lorraine, when Lorraine's getting married, and she goes, "Honey, your family," and then he stays there. I think I choked up a little bit in that scene.
His character is so real. Like it was the most real of any character I've seen this year. One of the most real characters I've seen this year, as far as like Best Picture noms. Like it felt so authentic. It deserved every bit of recognition it got. He was incredible in that movie. I really thought Jeffrey Wright was going to be a standout, but as much as I loved him, Sterling K. Brown stole the show for me.
I almost think Jeffrey's character isn't supposed to stand out, and it's because all the people around him make the movie, I think.
That's definitely, it's kind of that reactionary comedy where you're reacting to the craziness happening around you because that's what's really going on, not really what's going on with you.
Well, and it's just like an author. The book is not about the author, but it's everything about the author. That makes sense. Right.
It's about what the author wrote, not about the author.
Yeah. And I think that's what his character in the film was like. It's not about him. It's about everyone who makes him him. Also, the ending of this, Jonah, you're going to have to explain to me what happened in the ending. It was like Inception.
Well, okay. So I watched this movie a while ago.
Yeah. I
will say when I was going to give my rating, I was going to say something about the ending. The ending is like the only part I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah.
Like I still enjoyed the movie and its ending, but I did not fully. I feel like it could have been more clear. I still feel like there's maybe a couple loose ends. I get what they were trying to do, but it didn't. I don't think it fully worked out the way they wanted it to.
Your body language is expressing how I'm feeling.
Yeah, it was a little frustrating because it was like almost there. But for me personally, I mean, if other people enjoyed the ending, that's great. But for me personally, I was just like, I feel like you have something here. It just didn't fully get there. So the ending is the only thing I really didn't like, except for not the only thing I didn't like. Just a couple little tiny like nitpicks within there, like pacing and stuff.
Like I want to say something and ask you something, but I don't want Jen and Sarah to hear. So take your headphones off or try not to listen to me.
I won't listen.
Sarah, are you listening?
No,
why
I'm
can't
not
we hear it?
listening.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you don't
I'm
mind
keeping them in because you said that.
You don't mind if I ask?
Yeah,
this?
right. It's like don't do that.
It's a spoiler, probably.
It's a total
It's okay.
spoiler.
It's all right.
Okay, Jonah. So at the end,
I'll try my best to remember.
Who is Sterling to him? Is that his brother or is that his significant other?
To who?
To Jeffrey's character, to Monk.
It's his brother. Man, I'm
Do
not
we know
remembering the ending as much as you.
He comes out of the movie set and he goes out to the
Right.
car. Sterling's in the car, but he's clearly wrote a story and they're doing a movie about it, but we don't. Well, he did say Caroline hasn't.
No,
texted me back.
it's his brother. I remember that part now. It is his brother. It's his brother. Yeah, no, 100%. Doesn't he like flirt with the dude on the? I could have swore he says something. Yeah, he says something catchy about a dude standing right there, like a PA or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's his brother. Weird theory. I don't know.
I didn't think that. I was just confused because now I'm like, he walks out of that thing and now everything's different, and I was just confused. But then again, he did say, he was a plastic surgeon in Tucson, so why would he be in L.A.? I was just confused by what was happening. Were we in a book the whole time?
I need to rewatch this movie. I'm not remembering what you're remembering.
I
clearly.
think that the movie we were watching was the book that Monk wrote.
That might be true.
Yeah.
But it also might not. So I will think on that. I need to rewatch it.
Okay.
Truthfully, I like to rewatch every movie I really like just because I get a really better understanding of it. So I'll rewatch it.
Well, I bought this one, so you can watch it. And Sarah, you can watch it too if you want.
It's really funny. You will die laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, I like funny movies.
And one of the girls from Living Single is in it. Remember the
Living Single?
Oh,
That's
I love that you just mentioned Living. We love Living Single. I love that show.
Living Single. It was awesome. What's her name? Erica Alexander. She had the short dreadlocks.
Okay. Gosh, that's a long time ago. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, the next one. Sarah, I don't know if you watched this one. I'm going to go ahead and change it. You tell me.
My computer. Oh,
Uh-oh.
1 second.
You're still on.
Oh, I did.
You did, but you already introduced one.
That's right. Sorry.
I'm ready.
Well,
Sorry.
Sarah, I mean, I guess we can go in order. Yeah.
Oh, I guess
Yes,
I
sir.
could introduce it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't. You haven't.
Turn.
Yeah.
It's your show.
Yeah, could you maybe show up, Katie?
Okay, because I really like this one, so I'll introduce it. Are we ready?
I'm so curious what it is now.
The
okay.
Holdovers.
Okay.
Did we all see this?
I've seen it.
Did we all watch this one?
I'm halfway, guys.
Oh,
I'm halfway. I'm sorry. Okay, I have 2 little ones running around here, so it gets a little crazy.
I get you.
Unacceptable.
So she gets double extra points if she watches a film.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I have a confession to make. I have seen this movie twice.
I want to see it twice
good.
because. Can I just share a little bit about this?
That's fine.
So-
That's fine.
Okay, so I wanted to see this, and I thought my husband would enjoy it. And we don't, I said, let's get Jack to bed and let's watch this movie. Well, the first time we were going to do it, I was getting ready to make popcorn and ice cream, and my son had like a nightmare. So I had to help him out. And so my husband had already purchased it on Prime Video, so we had like 48 hours to watch it. So the countdown was starting. So the next night, we had to watch it, right? So I was so gung-ho to watch this, and I did a Sarah. I fell asleep twice during it. And it wasn't because of the content of the movie.
Oh,
It's
I
because
haven't
it was
done that in a very long time.
it's because it was 11:45 and I was trying so hard. I watched enough of it that I get the movie, but I feel like I missed some pieces.
Oh, so you haven't watched it?
I've watched it. I've watched probably 75% of it. But
So you're kind of there with Sarah.
I'm
You're
kinda there with
hurting
Sarah.
Jonah's soul right now.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, this
Jonah.
is
I didn't
sad.
mean to. I didn't
is-
mean to. And
this-
then I wanted to watch it again, but it was a 2-day rental on Prime, so we'd have to pay for it all over again. So I am so excited to watch it again because I was really enjoying it.
These
And-
are the lives of mothers who take care of their kids.
Yep.
The kids come
I am
first.
definitely not a mother.
Me
Yeah.
neither, Jonah. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm not a papa either.
But I liked it.
I'm
What
a
I saw, I
godmother.
liked it, and I really want to watch it again.
Yeah, it exudes comfort for me. I mean,
Yeah.
Alexander Payne has gone, the director and writer of the film, has gone on record saying that he did not intend this movie to be like a comfort watch at every holiday season. But for me, I mean, I don't
Oh.
care. It absolutely is. I will watch this every year during that time because it just, I love this. I'm sorry, I love this movie. I think it's so good.
And having
absolutely love
seen
this
it,
movie. I
don't
own
you
it.
guys understand the hype around Divine and all the awards that she is receiving?
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen a supporting actress race that I'm so for.
Yes.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, Jonah.
Oh, no.
Jonah.
Oh no, Jonah.
Oh, there he is.
Are you there?
He was in a holdover.
This happened once before and we lost the audio.
Jen with the humor.
Jonah. I feel like I hear him.
Can you hear
Yes.
me? Can you see me?
Can't see
Yay,
you.
welcome
you.
back.
Oh wait,
I
Why
can
can't
see
you-
him. I can see him and hear him.
I think I know why. Hold on.
He's a holdover.
I'm gonna refresh.
I heard that joke the first time, Jen.
Oh, shoot.
That doesn't mean the quality is poor. It was a good joke. It was the second time I heard it.
Timing's everything, Jen.
Timing's everything, Jen, and you should know that.
I guess I just am so trying to get all these extra points here.
You're doing
No, you're-
great, Jen.
no,
Jen,
honestly,
you've
Jen-
done. We are
Jen,
so
you're straight
proud
up.
of
You're
you.
straight up killing it tonight. I gotta be honest, bro. You're straight up killing it tonight.
You can go home so proud tonight.
No, you're absolutely just head held high.
Okay.
Just like Divine Joy Randolph stuff. Which I was
Yes,
trying to.
what
I was trying to
great, great. He picked it up. He
I
picked
was
it up.
trying to help
folks.
out.
Picked it up and just forget that last second joke. That was lame.
FYI, people, it had a glitch, so you might have heard a jump or something, but we had a glitch, but we're
I
back.
apologize.
It's Jonah's fault.
I was just gonna say that I've never been so happy for a sweep like Divine Joy Randolph has had. She has not lost and she is more than deserving of every praise that she's gotten, every award she's gotten, and I can't wait for her to give an Oscar speech.
Yes, I hope it continues into next weekend.
It will. There's nobody else has a chance. I mean, everybody else is great in the category, but when someone sweeps like that, there's just,
on yours, Sarah, but like when it's feeding into OBS, it's glitchy.
Okay, like a ninja, it's gonna sneak in there and just fix itself, though.
Like a ninja.
Okay.
Hear me out. This is an audio podcast, correct?
Exactly. However it comes. Okay, so back into...
You're really holding us over.
You really are, Muggle with a camera.
Hey, I'm telling you, that joke is just it's finding new lives.
It's good, bro. It's good. You can't. It's so easy.
I'm passing the torch to you, Jonah. Now Sarah and Katie are going to have to find a way to work that in.
I appreciate it.
I already said anatomy with a fall, so I get props.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
you get that one.
I need to come up with something. That's a really killer joke.
I feel bad. I feel bad at everyone at home listening to this. Those poor things.
Yikes.
Poor things.
Hey, I said some really good
He just dropped an Oppenheimer.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Hey, maybe in a past life you can pick that up.
You guys, you're talking over the baby sister, and I can't get my joke
Hey, you
in.
should be kind to your guests. Let them
Maybe
have
you
the
need to
joke.
conduct this
Let us
podcast.
get the joke.
Yeah, maybe you should conduct this podcast in a more organized way, Maestro.
Sounds good.
I don't know. I'm leaving this zone of interest. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, all these films are American fiction. No. Okay. So
Holdovers.
I think we're good.
Holdovers. Let's move on.
I do want to say real quickly, you wanted me to say this, Katie, because I mentioned it to you earlier.
Yeah, say it.
I really love the vibe of this movie. I told Katie it was like the Breakfast Club and Dead Poets Society, kind of like we're in a blender, and came out. It just really, I don't know. I just loved the
resurrection of John Hughes.
Yeah, it just was a real, like you said, Jonah, a comforting piece. It really did have that vibe.
The logos, the crackle, the way it was shot. No, it was just. It was this movie was just, it was so good. So good. I loved it.
Well, and like I said, I think I've said this in past episodes where I love when a film or a TV episode is a bottle episode. And I felt like this was a bottle episode movie where you're held over, you're being held at boarding school. They go out a little bit, but for the most part, it takes place on campus. And I like those kind of stories.
Well, and I love those stories too, where those relationships change, and they grow and they develop in a film. Yeah, sometimes that's a classic plot, but I always like watching those types of films.
Yeah,
when it's done well, you know it. Well, like when it's done well, you know it.
Excuse me. So before we go on, I would like to do something a little special. Can we?
Yeah.
Can we all schedule an appointment in the doctor's lounge?
Oh, yes, please. I would like to see the doctor, please.
Yeah, so if you've heard other episodes of Muggle with a Mic, we have doctor's lounge episodes where our Dr. Wheatie,
our resident doctor, Dr. Wheatie,
breaks down medical scenes in movies that we're discussing, and he broke down a scene from The Holdovers.
I wonder what scene.
Would we all want to watch it together?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me bear with.
Have a scene the doctor will be right in.
Okay, I think. Okay, here we go.
Oh, hello, Katie. Hello, Jen. And hello, Sarah. And hello, Muggle with a Mic listeners. It's me again, Dr. Wheatie, coming to you from the Doctor's Lounge at Muggle with a Mic headquarters. For this Doctor's Lounge episode, Katie asked me to take a look at a scene from the Oscar-nominated movie, The Holdovers. In this scene, Angus Tully, played by Dominic Sessa, is being chased through a boarding school by Mr. Hunnam, a history teacher played by Paul Giamatti. Angus runs through the halls, eventually arriving at the school gymnasium. Spying a springboard and a vaulting horse, he makes an awkward jump and flip, injuring his shoulder when he lands. Mr. Hunnam takes Angus to the emergency room, where he's found to have a dislocated shoulder, which the ER staff fixes with an interesting technique involving bed sheets. I will get to how impressed I was at the accuracy of the ER scene, but first a quick review of the shoulder joint. Your shoulder is a ball and socket joint. Your upper arm bone is called the humerus and has a ball-shaped head at the shoulder. This ball fits in the socket or cup-shaped glenoid, which is actually part of your scapula. That's your shoulder blade. The ball and socket anatomy allows your shoulder to move in multiple directions and even rotate 360 degrees. There's a group of muscles that form a cuff holding the ball in the socket. While holding the joint together, this cuff of muscles still allows the shoulder to rotate. You may have heard of this group of muscles. It's called the rotator cuff. Unfortunately, with the right amount of force delivered at the right angle, the ball of the humerus can come out of the socket. This is called a dislocation. An even more unfortunate part of this injury is that the muscles of the rotator cuff act almost like a rubber band holding the joint together even when the ball is no longer in the socket. This is why it takes some pretty significant manipulation and some pretty significant force to fix or reduce the dislocation and put the ball back in the socket. Now back to the movie. I'm going to be a little picky here, but if you look very closely at the actual fall, it appears to me that Angus lands on his right shoulder. This type of force should not have caused a dislocation in his left shoulder. However, that's me being picky, and obviously the accurate portrayal of a dislocating injury was not the priority of the director, nor the point of the whole scene. I was very impressed, however, with the look of the dislocated shoulder. When Angus is sitting on the ER bed, you can see a knot sticking up on the top of his shoulder. That is the glenoid. It's the socket part of the joint that is prominent now because the ball is not in the socket. And it looks to me like there's a lump on the anterior or front part of his shoulder as well. That would be the ball of the humerus outside of the socket. That was very well done. And yes, the bed sheet technique to fix the shoulder is accurate as well. One caregiver ties the sheet around their waist and around the patient's upper body and uses their weight to gently pull the patient's torso toward them.
Gently.
Meanwhile, the other provider wraps the towel around their waist and the patient's forearm and uses their weight to pull the arm in the opposite direction. This stretches the rubber band rotator cuff, hopefully allowing the ball to slip back into the socket. There may have been some minor issues with the positioning of the sheet and Angus's arm angle, but it was pretty well represented. The grinding, crunching sound was a bit exaggerated, but there is usually a thunk sort of feeling or sound when the ball slips back in the socket. The only other issue I noticed is that more often than not, the patient will get some sort of sedative or pain medication, as the more tense the patient is, the harder it is to stretch the joint to get it to reduce. Once the joint is reduced, the patient would be carefully examined to make sure the injury did not damage the circulation or the nerves in the arm, and will probably get an x-ray to make sure there was no broken bone along with the dislocation. Overall, I was very impressed with the portrayal of the injury and the treatment of a dislocated shoulder. Well done. Well, this is Dr. Wheatie ending my shift. Remember, the opinions and contents expressed in the Muggle with the Mic Doctor's Lounge is the sole possession of Dr. Wheatie, do not reflect the thoughts of Katie, Jen, Sarah, or Muggle with the Mic. The contents of the Doctor's Lounge are not intended as a medical advice and should not replace an actual visit with a medical professional. Any portrayal of any person's real or living is purely coincidental.
Listen to what he orders.
I want to have the pulled pork shoulder.
That's funny.
That was amazing, Dr.
Yeah,
Wheatie. Thank
love
you.
And you know what? Dr. Wheatie said my name. He said my name.
He said he meant, I didn't know Jonah was going to be on yet, so he said blame
Jonah,
everything
it's
on
okay. Jonah, it's okay. Katie, that was an amazing part to add to our episode. That was great.
I love
Thanks,
Dr.
Dr. Wheatie.
Thanks, Dr.
I gotta
Wheatie.
be honest, that was incredible. That was incredible. I did not expect that. That was amazing. And taking me back to that scene, I was laughing so hard by Paul Giamatti's reaction. It's just so good.
Speaking of Oscar-winning performances, all of all of our reactions to watching that scene again.
Sarah, what do you think?
I was uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was very whew.
Well, I'm echoing what everyone else has said. Loved it, and I can't wait to hear Divine's Oscar speech.
Absolutely.
Boom, let's go.
I
Can't wait.
have to say, for this film, out of all the films, I think it's the best cinematography, like we said already, including wardrobe, the graphics, and everything like that. The story flowed really well. It's a must watch.
So wait, you're saying that you think this movie had the best production? Wait, are you saying this? It had your favorite, I should say, costume design, production design, and cinematography?
Yes.
Wow.
That's very interesting.
It's high praise.
Yeah, because
That's high praise.
it's high praise. Some people might go right to say Barbie for that, which it's great. Oppenheimer too, great. But I think that you're thinking the wow factor means it's good. And I just felt like, even down to the cars and everything, there was a Rolling Rock LED sign in the restaurant window.
I think you're biased, though, Kat.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
But to be fair, my pick for my favorite cinematography of the year is definitely biased as well. So I mean, I can't argue anything.
True.
But Barbie to me had the best production design. But that's just that's just me. But we'll talk about Barbie later, obviously.
Okay, so scores for this one, I'm going to go ahead and say mine.
I think I know what it is.
It's a 5.
I'll give it the same.
Jonah?
Me? Oh, okay. I was sorry. I don't know why I thought I was going last. Yeah. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 both watches. So
That's okay.
Same. I was 4.5.
did we give our did we give our ratings for American Fiction? Or am I just forgetting?
I don't think you did.
I don't think we did, no.
You were talking about the ending. You were trying to figure out the ending.
American Fiction, I'd give a 4.5.
I gave it a 4.5 as well.
Mm-hmm. And the other two, on a scale of if you want to watch it, Sarah.
4 to 4.5.
Okay, Jen.
The American Fiction?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4.
Okay. All right, this next one. Well, we'll let Sarah. Sarah, you want to introduce? I'll change the logo for you.
I knew it.
I can't introduce this. I did not see this, guys.
That's okay, even if you didn't see it.
Okay, well, our next movie will be Killers of the Flower Moon. Take it away, guys.
Take it away.
Well, I'll just preface this with, Jonah and I did a full episode on it, so just go watch that for my opinion.
I'm tired of talking about this movie.
Honestly.
I did not see this one. I did not see this.
In a podcast and in many friend circles, so I'm done talking about this movie.
Yeah.
But I will just sing its praises a little bit as one of the two people who've seen it here. I think it's incredible. Katie disagrees with me, but I think it's incredible. I think it's as close to a perfect adaptation of a real story that happened, also based off a book. I think it is edited the best out of any movie this year because not once did I think it dragged, even though it's the longest movie of the year. I think Martin Scorsese, it may just be his best. Like some of his best work as far as just directing in general. Maybe not the movie. It's not my favorite Martin Scorsese movie. That's probably like After Hours or something. But it just, everything about it felt like what a lot of people were saying about Christopher Nolan with Oppenheimer this year. This really felt like Martin Scorsese's magnum opus. That's my thoughts. I just wanted to sing its praises a little bit.
Katie disagrees. I don't think it's a bad movie. I just disagree with everything you just said.
Oh my gosh. I don't think it's bad. I just think you're so wrong in every possible way.
I don't know what it is. I just can't get on the Leo train. I just can't. I know, and I know that's a shortfall, but I just can't.
Anatomy of a Fall.
Well, you said that you asked about unpopular opinions. I'm the same way. It's like Leo again. Leo. Here's Leo. Here's Leo. Here's Leo. That's what I was going to ask. How was his performance in it? I mean, honestly.
Well, Jonah liked it.
So
I mean,
good.
I think Leo's fantastic. I mean, I think Leo has proven himself time and time again to be one of the best working actors. But now I feel like people just underappreciate him. It's weird.
Probably
like,
because I remember him on Growing Pains.
and that's cool. That's cool, man. He was a teen heartthrob, and it was back with like Gangs of New York, Martin Scorsese movie that he really proved himself that he can actually be a fantastic just actor. And I think from then he's proven time and time again that he can always hit it note by note. But I don't want to really talk about Leonardo DiCaprio because Lily Gladstone is this is her movie. I mean, I know as much as like it pains me because there's a movie coming up that's my favorite movie of the year, and it's not this movie. And it has an amazing lead actress performance that I want to say is my favorite. But Lily Gladstone just absolutely, her emotion in this movie blew me away. It's my favorite performance, maybe my favorite performance of the whole year. I was absolutely blown away by it. I don't know. I just adored this movie. I'm sorry that me and Katie can't really agree, but this movie absolutely captivated me. I never thought it dragged, not one time. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time.
Nope. I
thought it was an hour and a half. It felt like an hour and a half.
I was sitting back in my seat halfway through looking at my watch, but
can't agree.
I totally agree about Lily. The movie is go see it for Lily's performance, and I think I said on the episode we did, I am totally happy the movie was made. That story needs to be told, without a doubt. I think it could have been told differently.
I just don't think it would have been told if Martin Scorsese wasn't attached. Is my problem.
And no, I just
really don't think that it would have been greenlit if, like, I totally get it. An Osage person should have 100%. Been more involved in the directing of this movie, but straight up, it just wouldn't have been made. And I feel so bad about that. But Martin Scorsese did the research, as far as what I've heard, and a lot of Osage people really helped him out with this. So, I mean, if anything, it feels like a collaboration of a directed movie, at least from what I've heard him speak about Martin Scorsese, of course. But yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. I love it. I don't know what else to say. I think it's a movie that it is going to continue to be timeless because it tells a story that is so crucial to our history that is just not talked about enough. And it's just so phenomenal. I loved it. And I had the opposite experience. I checked my phone. Sorry. I checked my phone because I got a text message and it vibrated. And I was like, oh shoot, did I not like turn on my phone on Do Not Disturb? And I looked at the time and I was so shocked by what time it was. I was shocked by the amount of time that had passed. So I had the exact opposite experience.
Yeah. I was shocked by how much time hadn't passed. Sarah.
Crazy.
Sarah, have you heard about this and are you intrigued to watch it?
I'm very much intrigued to watch it. I haven't had that span of time to be able to devote to it, and I want to see it in one setting. And I've heard of, you know, Lily's amazing performance. So I do want to see it for that reason. And, you know, historical events and movies centered around that are like a favorite of mine. So I would like to watch it. Yeah, for that reason, I'd like to watch it. But it just hasn't been high on my list because I knew I didn't have enough time to devote to it.
I gotcha.
Time do be passing with this movie. I mean, I can't lie. This is a long movie. It just don't feel like it to me. I don't know.
Let's talk about that because I did this for Oppenheimer. Basically, you could treat it as a 3-episode series in a way. You could watch an hour here, an hour there, and an hour later. So.
But I feel like that takes away from the experience. I'm kind of with Sarah on that. I feel like that takes away from the experience.
But what I'm saying is, if you want to watch it and you don't,
series, is what I'm saying.
If you don't have the time, like you said, Sarah only got halfway through Holdovers. So all I'm saying is, I'd rather someone see it in segments than not at all.
But I agree with Jonah that it might change your perception of it if you don't view it all at once.
Right, and that's why they need to make them shorter.
And maybe I just have a different opinion. It's hard for me. It was hard. Like, if I watch this at home, I feel like it'd be hard for me to put down. It's so engaging. But I don't know, man. You know, this is the wonderful beauty of cinema is that everybody has different perspectives. And we talked about this a lot during the podcast about this movie. So, I mean, it's crazy how many different people can see the same thing and think different things. And I think that's wonderful. But I can't sing the praises of this movie enough. I adore it. I can't wait to rewatch it.
Okay, so we're going to move on to the next one.
Ratings? Do we give ratings?
Let's do ratings. Sorry, I'm just I know that we've got, how many have we gone through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's
5, I think, right?
So we're halfway through. What, Jonah, I think we gave our ratings on this
I
already.
don't think you
didn't we?
did.
Yeah, I'll
No,
just
on
give
the
it quickly.
episode. On my episode.
I give it 5 out of 5.
And I think I gave it 4. I think that's what I gave it.
I give
that.
it 5 for a desire to watch.
Okay. Jen?
Yeah, I'll give it a 4.
Okay. You took off 1 point because of the time. You don't know when
Probably.
you'll have
I'll
the
watch
time.
it. I'll watch it with
probably
you, Sarah.
why, yes.
Don't talk to these haters.
I know when it comes down to like
I'm not a
movies
hater.
like this and movies about a minority group, and I think it's more than okay to give them a 3 to 4 hour time window to tell a story when they've been overlooked in history for so long.
Well, okay, Sarah, I'm going to counter that argument, Your Honor.
Oh gosh.
So I totally agree with that statement. What I'm saying is, in the time that they were given, they did not tell the story well enough. There was so much stuff from the book that wasn't mentioned that I think was more important than what they showed. They told the story of the white man, not of the Native Americans. So that's where I have issue with it.
I appreciate that opinion, and I will consider it as I view it.
I'll just respectfully disagree and we can move on. You said you wanted, I just didn't, we talked about it already,
Yeah,
so I just don't.
So this
And,
is
and
Sorry.
I read the book.
It's a good podcast, though. Would recommend.
Oh, yeah. I'm biased because I read the book also, and Jonah didn't. So that's why we have two
I didn't.
different perspectives. Yeah.
that's a good point.
Yeah. Okay. Jen's going to do the next one. Are you ready, Jen?
It's probably what I think. Oh, Maestro. Yeah, there it is.
I'm curious what you guys think about this one. Probably most of all, to be honest.
Okay, I
I'm
did
sure
watch
you are.
this. I did. And I was not a fan. Just straight up
Yeah.
honest. I didn't like the way, I just didn't like the flow of the movie. I was anticipating a lot more than what it gave me.
Any more to that?
Understandable.
I don't know. I don't know if I was.
She really liked it. I can tell.
I thought Bradley did a.
She really
I thought
did.
Bradley did a great job. I really do. I thought he portrayed Leonard very well. However,
He directed, produced, and wrote it.
oh, I know. Yes,
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
a problem for me.
He needs to just act,
Oh,
okay?
the red
Because
flags.
I felt like the story, what I thought I was watching is not what I got. I thought I was going to receive this story of Leonard Bernstein and how he started in music and how his musical life, developed and how he became this maestro. And it wasn't that. It was the relationship with he and his wife and other relationships. And I thought the movie just flow. I just felt like, I told Kate, I felt like I was driving a Standard. It just was all over the place. I didn't care for the movie at all.
Oh, and what about secondhand smoke, Jen?
Oh yeah. So when I'm starting to watch the movie, I'm feeling like I'm alone in how I'm feeling about this, because I'm like, okay, this is up for an Oscar and all this. So I went on reviews because I thought, does anybody feel like I'm feeling? Am I alone in this? And I had to crack up at this one. This guy gave it a 1. I thought that I was sitting through a serially manipulative cigarette commercial, which is very true. It's just very
It
true.
took a lot of smoke.
Oh my God. And one of them was like, the first time a man blew smoke in my face like he did at his future wife is the last time I would ever see him. I would be like,
Understandable.
yeah, I didn't care for the movie. I cared for the potential that I thought the movie was going to be, but I don't think the story was portrayed well.
I'd like to hear Sarah's thoughts because she had a real strong statement about Bradley.
Yeah. So I did watch this one in its entirety. And I was excited, like Jenny said, for the musical journey of his career. Mm-hmm. I appreciated though the microscope on like his personal life, because that bleeds into how you interpret music and create music and all of that. I just thought he overacted it to this extent that I could not. There was such a distinction between, oh, that's Bradley Cooper on the screen. Oh, that's Bradley Cooper. Like, as much as they did the fake tan and the hair and his mannerisms and the cigarette, I could always see him. And I appreciated that his daughter was in it. She played one of his eldest daughter when she was young. That was his actual daughter in it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And the other thing is I've just seen him on the press junket, like hitting home that he rehearsed the conducting scene over 6 years. And it's just, when I watch it, it just seems like it's too much. It's like he's trying too hard to go for an Oscar, honestly. And I feel bad saying that. And I did pull, so my husband's a music teacher. I pulled him into the room and I'm like, is this accurate? And he's like, oh, he's playing it pretty accurate. Like we had to watch conducting videos and stuff. And that really is how his mannerisms were. So I was trying to keep that in the back of my mind, but it just seemed like he was trying too hard. Now, on the flip coin, Carey Mulligan's performance in this brought me to tears. She was impeccable, and I loved that she was cast as his wife. Anybody else have thoughts?
I thought she.
I do have
Yeah,
some
go ahead,
thoughts.
Jonah.
I don't know if you want to hear my thoughts last. It might be vastly different for everyone else.
Well, I'll just piggyback off of what you said, Sarah, about I agree with both of you that I think he did overdo the acting. But the only scene that I truly enjoyed out of all of this was that final conducting scene in the church. If that's the one you're saying he practiced for 6 years.
Yeah, then and you can actually bring up the actual footage of Leonard Bernstein conducting that, and there are parallels, but to me, it's just he's taking it 1 inch too far.
Well. So what I'm meaning is that's what I wanted the movie to be about. Mm-hmm. And although the relationship between him and his wife is important, I felt like that's what the movie was going to be about. So I felt a little wanting when that wasn't what it was about. And I thought that was my most enjoyable part. And I have watched Leonard even before then, when he conducted the children's orchestras and stuff like that, because I thought we were going to learn about that, where he really wanted to teach the youth about classical music.
Yeah, but
none of
that.
But
the whole kind of interesting part of this is that you saw that side of him, but his whole personal life, I don't think he hid it from everybody. Well, not from everybody. People knew, but like you wouldn't have known. And that's like the cool thing about movies, is that you can see things from a whole other side. Okay. And in that, seeing his personal life.
Well, and I think what Katie and I were talking about is that maybe they should have named it something different, because with the name Maestro, I felt like it was going to be way more musically based in terms of his journey to being a maestro. We thought maybe Bernstein or something, maybe name it that, more of like his life away from the maestro.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Jonah.
So it's funny because I agree with a lot of the things you guys are saying, but I'm almost like, I agree with them, but my interpretation is a bit different. So I saw this movie in theaters before its official release. So I saw this movie right before, film Twitter got to it, right before, and apparently the consensus on this movie is that people don't really like it. I agree that it is Oscar bait the movie, like it just is. And I knew that going in, so I had no problem with that. I thought it would be a more musically inclined film as well, but I will say I liked that I got Carey Mulligan the movie. Like, I enjoyed that. I thought that was the more when I really sat back and thought about it while I was watching, I was like, this is the more interesting part. Like, clearly this guy's like inner turmoil, or just, and also he's kind of a bad person. Not kind of, he's a terrible person, the way he treats his wife. But it just, that entire story felt way more interesting to me than anything I could see just about him, how he became a conductor. That was just my personal feeling. Also, I think seeing this in a theater and not on Netflix at home changed it for me, because I mean, the audio was at its like, I was blown away by this movie's sound. Like, it was so good. I absolutely loved the conducting scene specifically, but I just loved everything. I thought this movie was pretty. I loved Bradley Cooper's direction. I know maybe not a lot of people agree with that, but I thought everything that he was doing with this movie, in its storytelling, I thought was just so. It was what I wanted. I didn't know I wanted it, but it's what I wanted. I need to rewatch this movie to really get it, but I really liked it. Like I enjoyed this movie, and I realized that's like a really hot take, but everything that they gave me was the opposite of my expectations, but in a good way, because I kind of realized that that's kind of what I wanted to see in the first place.
Do you know what this is?
So that's
Jonah?
my final thesis.
Do you know what
This year's Tar.
Tar. It's Tar 2.0.
This is Tar. So I am sad about that. Isn't it crazy? Man,
It's so
I didn't
weird.
love. Okay, I don't think this movie's perfect in any way. I think this movie has a lot of flaws, but I just enjoyed it a lot more than other people. But Tar is a masterpiece. But anyways, that's besides the point.
We're going to be here a while if we're going to talk
Yeah,
about
I know. I'm just saying.
because you're
this
with
Tar,
three people, or two people at least.
I know.
That Sarah,
Tar's
would you
way
like to
better,
talk
though.
to Jonah about Tar?
No, I
we
want to say
don't
one
have
more thing
time
about
for-
Maestro. I did love that he involved the family, like the three children. He did consult with them to get parts of his
It's
character
clearly
down
the
and the
story they
storyline.
wanted to tell, and I think that's great. I
Yes.
think that's great.
Yeah. And I think
so-
they even said it was really hard for them. It was neat to see him kind of embody, but it was hard for them to see like the stuff with their mom towards the end.
Oh,
Can
sure.
I say
Do
one
I think-
choice that I really like that they made? And I don't know if this is what they intended, but this is how I took it. At the end, for most of the film, the framing is like that 4:3 framing. Okay. And then at the very end, there's a shot of Carey Mulligan, and it turns to color and it turns to full screen. And I believe that's them basically saying, now you have his full picture. You have the full picture of the man. Yeah. And I
Definitely
like that.
intentional. I was just gonna say, as much as I just sang its praises a little bit, again, I do have some issues with it. Do I think it deserved a Best Picture nomination? Absolutely not. Not in any way. Did this? I mean, for me personally, I could see this getting a sound nom and a makeup nom, because I do like what they did with him in the beginning, and the older him. But other than that, I mean, it's just a by the books Oscar bait movie. Yeah, I enjoyed it more than other people, but I don't think it's like top 10 of the year. No.
No.
Like, I'm
it's
sorry,
clearly
like,
they have
no.
some deal with Netflix where they have to choose one every year or something like that.
No, I just think their political game's just really good.
Because they did All Quiet
a lot
on the
of
Western Front last year. This was the Netflix one this year.
all the Oscars is just politics. You got to talk the talk, and you got to shop it around and talk to the right people and get people to vote for you. So that's just how it works.
Now,
man.
mind you, All Quiet on the Western Front was amazing. So I think it was deserving of a nomination.
Tad overrated, but I did like it.
I loved it. It was hard for me to watch. But go watch last year's episode to hear our talk on that.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
And to hear me talk about Tar anyway.
Let's move on to the
Tar.
next one, guys. Tar
Oh,
sucks.
Tar.
I'm gonna start a Tar cast. I'm gonna start a Tar cast.
It would sound like cast star oil.
Wow. Okay. Jonah, would you like to, out of all of us, you
this
should.
the one?
You no. Good point. Let's have someone else introduce this one. We'll save you.
I thought this was the one.
No,
I
we'll
thought
save
this
you
was
for that
The
one.
one.
Oh, you were gonna give me. Oh, I mean, I can introduce that one too. If you wanted me to introduce both, I
Let him
can. But
introduce
it's up
both.
to you.
Yeah, do it.
I'm the only
Well,
one who's
I
seen.
just think out of
that
all
one
these
movie.
people, out of all the people on the podcast, it's ironic that Jonah's introducing this one.
Oh, well, maybe he needs to.
No, I'm just saying.
I think he's Knuff.
Wait. I thought I was introducing something completely different.
Oh, it's Barbie.
Bobby.
Okay, I would love to introduce Barbie. Barbie is the movie of 2023. What can I say? It is the reason that movies are still doing as good as they are. It's the reason Oppenheimer made as much money as it did.
He didn't give
Oh,
stars on
we'll
Maestro.
get it. We'll get it. Oh, let's
Barbie
I'm sorry. We'll interrupt you, Jonah. Let's just do the scores on Maestro. Sorry. I'll go.
You want me to go first? or
Maestro
you
was
got-
a 3.
respect.
Jen?
2.
Respect.
Oh my god.
Maybe a 2.5. Okay, I'll be nice. And let me quickly say too, I'm in this kind of like a marathon watching movies. I watched Anatomy of a Fall, then Past Lives, and then the next day I watched Maestro. So maybe it wasn't fair because it just
You
was
had fatigue.
and maybe so. But anyway, 2.5. I'll give it a 2.5.
Jonah?
I currently have it at a 4. Again, I need to rewatch, and I know that's higher than Oppenheimer. Shut up, I've been told, but it's just I just really like out of the theater experience. It was fantastic. I was on a high. I was like, "Man, this is so."
So
enjoyable.
you're saying this is better than Oppenheimer?
I said I know that I have it higher than Oppenheimer. I am aware. What that implies, who knows? But I need to rewatch it, okay? I need to rewatch it. I fully wanted to rewatch it this week. Those Oppenheimer and Maestro were the two I really wanted to rewatch because those are the ones I kind of have lowest on out of the 10. And I just really wanted to rewatch those. But again, I'm in Colorado, man. This has been a busy week.
Bless your heart.
Makes sense. Hey, Sarah,
you.
what do you have to say about Jonah scoring this higher than Oppenheimer?
I'm not commenting on that, but I will give it a 4.5. If I was just watching Carey Mulligan, it was a 4.5. But because unfortunately Bradley Cooper cast himself, it gets a 3.5.
I respect that. That's a great rating. That's a great rating, man. I love that. Look, Carey Mulligan carried.
Carried Jonah.
Carried.
I can't get any of the puns today.
You'll get one.
All right, go ahead, Jonah. Barbie.
Bobby.
Barbie is the movie about Barbie. She's
Just
really
a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world.
Yeah.
Essentially, if Barbie world actually existed adjacent to our planet, what they would act like and what it would be like if either a Barbie or a Ken were to interact with the real world and bring that back. That is what it's about. But it's so much more. I will say this is the movie I watched the most last year. I watched this movie 5 times.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen this movie 5. I own it physically. And I watched it in theaters 3 times.
Man.
I watched it at home twice. So yeah, I love it's my most watched movie of last year.
Can
I
I
love
just
it.
say you were able to watch it 5 times because it was less than 2 hours.
That's true.
I mean, no, it's because I wanted to laugh, and I just wanted. If I wanted like a gritty 3-hour movie, which sometimes I do, I would have put on Killers. Like, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Hey, Jen, slide to the right. Slide to the
You're
right.
not gonna get me on that, okay? It was the perfect
Slide
length.
your chair to the right. No, that's the left.
This way?
Yeah, I got a sign.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Mike, can we do this? Or
Yeah,
something?
there.
Here we go.
See my sign?
I'm just cat.
I'm just cat. Okay, never mind.
That's fine.
Sarah, what do you think of Barbie?
I like your sign, Cat.
Thank you.
I like
tried
your
really
light- I
hard.
like your lightning bolt.
I really enjoyed Barbie. I mean, I don't think I could watch it over and over and over and over though. For some reason, that like a couple times
I
maybe.
get it.
I was mesmerized by the world she created. I think it's a crime that Greta didn't get nominated for director. I think it's fantastic. You were transported, and I loved the premise. Who doesn't like Ryan Gosling? I liked America's like monologue, but I don't know. I wasn't like overly emotional with it. I don't know that like some people seem to be.
I get you.
And I mean, overall, though, I loved it. But do I think it's like Oscar worthy? I don't know. That's really hard for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta respectfully disagree. I think this is one of the more Oscar worthy picks this year. Like, I think the Oscars has a duty to do something when a movie is just such a technical achievement and such a not necessarily financial achievement, but such a cultural achievement that Barbie literally achieved the impossible. It got people back in the theater and excited and talking about a movie that is just a movie. Yeah, it's based on an IP, but it's not. It's very much an original movie. Like I know it's based on Barbie, but like it's very much the script is so it feels like an indie film because of how its cadence is. The fact that Barbie absolutely took. I was so surprised how much money it made. Oh my goodness, I love that we were just. It was the Barbie moment. This was the Barbie year. I think they have a duty to, and it also. I mean, technically, I thought it was spectacular. The production design was incredible. Costumes off the wall. Performances, like you said. I mean, and Greta Gerwig, absolutely. The movie would not have been. It wouldn't even have, honestly, it wouldn't have been good without her. Like she wrote it and directed it. It wouldn't have been Barbie without her.
But I just feel like nominating the movie and then not the director is almost a joke to me. Like, I agree with what you're saying. I like the cultural shift that it had, and I love that everybody was looking forward to seeing what Margot was going to wear on the red carpet because she was dressing like actual Barbies that existed, and that was fun. But I just feel like it's almost the fact that do I think Margot deserved an Oscar? No. But do I think Greta deserved one? Yes, absolutely.
Jen has a thought on that.
I do.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Didn't you think? Well, because is Ryan nominated?
Yes, I don't understand why Ryan was. I'm just being straight up honest. I didn't.
I think it's because he's Ryan Gosling.
I didn't feel his.
Again, politics. Look, it's sometimes it's not about the quality. Sometimes it's just the person talked the shop the most and got the most. Like it's sad. I know.
It is
it's
so
just,
unfortunate. Yeah,
it's how it works. But I mean, I loved him in it. I think Margot was better than him, but still
did too. That's what I said.
She was better.
She did get a nomination. She produced the movie, so I mean, she got a Best Picture nomination. So I mean, it's not like she's going empty-handed. Although
here's the thing: if we're gonna look at Best Picture or directorial noms, is Bradley's nominated, correct?
Yeah, I think.
Why the heck is Bradley nominated and Greta isn't?
Well, and here's the whole.
I agree.
It doesn't even make any sense. The premise of the whole movie is about how this men kind of I don't know,
patriarchy,
just determining those identifications and roles in Barbie world and in the real world. And here we are, Margot didn't even get a nomination and Ryan did.
It is ironic. It's incredibly ironic. I understand. I 100% agree. Bradley Cooper, no.
Well, and if we want to argue the fact that he took 6 years to plan for this, Greta,
I thought he was just nominated for the song.
I don't think Bradley was nominated for Best Director.
Let me look.
I think it was Jonathan Glazer, Justin Triet, Martin Scorsese, Christopher Nolan, and one other, not Greta.
Okay, I'm wrong. Jonathan Glazer, Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yorgos.
Oh, Yorgos. Well, yeah. But like Jonah said, and he's correct, this is the movie that brought people out of pandemic and back to the movies. And the least the Oscars could do would be to nominate the director that created this entire world as if only as a thank you, if it's all about politics, but it's almost like a slap in the face. Like, you obviously didn't watch the movie and hear, the power of feminism in it. And then, I don't know, but that's a long standing thing with the Oscars is to not nominate women.
Could not agree more. It is Greta. That movie wouldn't be. It just wouldn't be without Greta. It really wouldn't be.
Yep.
And without Margot. I mean, truthfully, it wouldn't be without Margot. There is no Barbie without Margot or Greta. Margot's the one who wanted Greta to make it. So I mean.
And can we give a shout out to Scott Evans as his role as one of the Kens?
No. Sorry. If we're gonna give a shout out.
Brother.
Oh yeah. Oh.
If we're gonna give a shout out to any.
Look! Wait for it. It's right here, ready to go.
This is right here beside Katie's desk.
Talking about
What year was that?
That was last year.
No. Last year was Paul Rudd.
2022.
Wait, last year was Patrick Dempsey and then Paul Rudd before that. So that was 2022?
22.
About 20 years too.
I don't know. I think 2019 Chris Evans was probably a bit better choice, but that's just me. Just me. That's like peak. That's like him wearing the sweater from Knives Out. Come on.
Exactly. With the hole in it right here. Yeah. Okay, we should probably move on. We all agree that Barbie was great and it should have gotten a directorial nom and other nominations. But what
Have you guys
what is
seen
Sarah's score?
Greta's other 2 movies out of curiosity?
I believe I have. What are
are
wait,
they?
They're
you mean
both fan-
like Little Women or other
Yeah,
movies
Little
from this
Women.
year?
Yeah,
Oh,
Little
yes,
Women
absolutely.
and Lady Bird.
Yes, Lady Bird, I am obsessed with. So yes, I love her as a
I love that.
director.
Yeah,
she did a
she's
dog called
perfect.
Wiener Dog. Yeah.
And I've also seen some things that she's acted in and enjoyed those
Yeah.
as well.
What does she look like?
Frances Ha and No Strings Attached. I guess she's in that. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, she's directing the Chronicles of Narnia for Netflix.
The
And writing it.
Chronicles of Narnia. It's the Chronicles.
The Narnicles of Narnia.
All right. Let's move on to the next one, guys.
Wait, we got to
Because
rate it.
stars-
Ratings,
Oh, let's rate
ratings.
it. 5.
4.5.
I'm not going to be popular. 3.5.
Oh my gosh. That's
Sorry.
Hey, fair enough.
It was okay. It was okay for me. I mean, there were some fun
I
parts.
think for Jen, it's kind of a strange way it was shot for you, right, Jen?
No,
She liked Kate McKinnon.
I like Kate. I like Weird Barbie because I cut.
Love
I so cut my Barbie's hair because I thought it would grow back. I really
Didn't
thought
you
it would grow
microwave the tanning Barbie?
back. No, I did not do
I
that.
thought you did.
Don't think we have a microwave when I was a kid. Okay, probably till I was 8. I did cut. I didn't have a Mattel. I had a selection of Mattel Barbies, but I had a few generic Barbies, and I cut the one. Oh, she did look like Weird Barbie. Like when she came on the screen, I'm like, oh, there's my Barbie. I'm so sorry. I cut your hair, but
They couldn't have cast anyone better, I don't think.
oh, she was. Yeah, I loved her.
Okay,
she was
can
great.
we do a shout out to who our favorite Barbies were? Because mine was Pizza Hut Barbie. She had a Pizza Hut uniform.
Wedding Barbie.
Mine was Malibu Barbie. That was my very, very, very first Barbie. Yeah.
Can I give a shout out to a Ken?
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
I want to shout out Shudigatwa, who played Ken in the movie. He is the new Doctor in Doctor Who, and I love him.
Oh, sweet.
yes.
Yeah, everybody.
I love him so much.
I believe he was on
Ken.
set of Barbie when he found out he got it.
Correct.
He couldn't tell anyone, but they kind of knew. I think they figured.
But they knew, and then it came out while they were still on set, and they were like,
Yep.
yeah, no, I'm obsessed with Doctor Who. That's a little fun fact about Jonah, and I love Shudigatwa. So there you go.
Annihilate.
Exterminate, but yeah,
Whatever.
cool. That was wrong, but correct.
I'm
Good job.
just cat.
Just cat.
Okay, let's move on. Jonah,
Who else,
you're gonna.
who else is excited to hear him perform? I'm just kidding.
I am actually very excited to hear him perform it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So pumped for that.
All right.
Who's
so
excited for the Flamin' Hot Cheetos song?
Couldn't care less.
What's that for? Which one's that for?
I mean, I
It's
know,
actually-
I know this, we're supposed to talk about the best pictures, but how Am I Dreaming by Across the Spider-Verse did not get nominations? Crazy. If you haven't seen that movie and heard that song, you will understand what I say.
So what's the Cheeto song?
Actually, I think Ryan Gosling's wife was connected with that film. I think she either directed or produced. It's some documentary, or not a documentary, but
It's not.
yeah, I think so.
What's it called,
What's-
Sarah?
I started that movie and I could not finish it, so this was right when it came.
Let me see what it. What's the song called? Like Alive Inside or something?
Yeah, Fire Inside.
It's
Hold on.
literally
Can we
about
slow
the
down?
man.
Slow
It's
down.
about
What
the
are we
man who.
talking- What are we talking about? Start
It's a
from the
movie about the man who created Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
This is a
And-
movie
and-
about him.
And one of the,
I know. Trust me, I am. It's so why they did that is crazy.
it's called Flamin' Hot. The son of a Mexican immigrant was a janitor at Frito-Lay when he came up with the idea for the flavor. And the director is Eva Longoria. I'm sorry, it's Eva Longoria.
So it's not Cheetos, it's Flamin' Hot Cheetos, not just cheddar Cheetos.
Correct.
Oh, it is. I'm looking at the movie.
I want to hear
poster.
about the creator of baked Cheetos because those are gas. I love me a baked Cheeto.
Well, that.
How about Paws?
interesting.
Who came up with the Paws
That's what
Cheetos?
That's what they called me in high school, baked Cheeto.
Big Cheeto.
Tony
but one
Shalhoub's
of
in
the
it.
sound or the song called "The Fire Inside" is up for best song, and it's from that movie.
Correct.
Really?
Correct.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So somebody who's going to
So
perform
now we
it.
can safely say that the movie about the guy who made the Flamin' Hot Cheetos is an Oscar nominee. It's crazy.
Crazy.
That's a neat tidbit.
Fun stuff.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. I did not see this one. It's the Zone of Interest.
Am I the only one who's seen this one?
Yep.
Yeah.
I went out of my way to see it. I guess I can talk about it if you want.
Well, you kind of had to go out of your way. I didn't know where to find it to watch it.
Yeah. I went out. It was showing Columbus. It's such a limited run. It showed so late.
Mm-hmm.
It only showed starting in February. So
Oh.
yeah. Zone of Interest is about let me get this right, a German family who lives right outside the walls of a concentration camp during World War II. And I mean,
At Auschwitz.
correct. For me, it's a tough watch,
bet.
but it's a very necessary watch.
Yeah.
For me, I really liked it. I didn't love it as much as other people do. I think its accessibility is really low. I think it sometimes has a lot of faults in the middle. But when I tell you that this movie has the best sound of any movie I've heard this entire, like, it has the best sound design ever. It is, I guess, without giving away too much, essentially the sound design is normal things are happening with it. That's the whole point of the movie, is that normal things are happening with this family. It's just a normal family, but they live right next, like the dad is one of the leaders at the camp, and they live right next to it. And while they're just living their normal life, you can hear the screams and the burning and everything so lightly in the background. It's so tense. It's really just about like the origin of evil and how that really can settle within someone. It's crazy. It's a crazy movie, and the sound design is perfect. It's my favorite sound design of the year. It's a tough watch, but it's very necessary. I really enjoyed it. I had quite a little bit of flaws throughout the movie, but it's a watch. You need to watch it.
Who's in this movie?
It's a foreign
Sandra
film.
Hüller. Sandra Hüller.
Oh, she's in it. Oh, she's in it too.
She's
German.
in two. She's in two nominations.
Wow. Okay. And
She had a year.
what is her nominee for? The best
Anatomy
for
of a Fall.
Anatomy of a Fall. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's had a year, man.
Yeah, sounds like it. I did not watch.
I believe it was possible. It was possible for her to get nominated for Best Supporting in this movie. So there was a chance that she could have been nominated for lead and supporting. That's happened before.
Okay.
So
okay.
Well, I mean, I wanted to watch it.
I did too.
Like I said, these kind of movies, although we need to watch them just like Killers, it's hard for me to watch them, but necessary.
Yeah.
I did
movie
want to
especially-
see it beforehand, but like you said, the accessibility of it is just
it's
right
not
in our
streaming
area.
yet. It's not even available on VOD yet, and I think
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
extremely unfortunate because a lot of people aren't going to be able to see it before it potentially wins awards. So it's very sad.
So, what score would you give it, Jonah?
I gave it a 4 out of 5 just because I had a lot of issues with it, but I can't deny just the sheer craftsman at work here. Like it blew me away with, I was honestly scared. I was just like, man, the things that happened in this movie is just crazy. And you don't see anything. You just hear it.
Oh.
Like, it's crazy. And you just hear it while these people are just living lives that you would live. It is, and that is the point. It's just seeing them live lives very similar to how we go about our lives with our family.
The contrast of it.
So it's so crazy. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself. And I think for sure it should get nominated for Best Picture. I mean, when I think about Best Picture, I think about a movie that technically blew me away. And I mean, again, I know I'm just talking about the sound, but the sound was the best of the year. I mean, it's incredible.
It sounds like that's the main thing of the movie.
Well,
It is definitely,
Character
the
of
draw.
its own.
Definitely the
Yeah.
draw.
Well, it sounds like the sound. You needed the sound to make the impact that they wanted the movie to have.
Yeah.
A lot of people really, and again, Jonathan Glazer, the director, got nominated for Best Director, and I think his direction was great. It's not personally in my top 5, but he's so good. I mean, it's Yeah, I highly recommend everyone at home. I mean, you guys should definitely watch it as well. Like it's really good.
All right, Jonah.
It's a tough watch.
We're gonna
Check your trigger warnings.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
We're gonna get to this next one, and we're gonna let you introduce it. We got 2 to go. You're gonna.
Is this the one?
And then
Is this the
Sarah,
one?
we know you're still there, so we're gonna let Jonah talk about it, and then we're gonna hear Sarah's take on it.
Is this the one? The one?
The one.
Okay. Let's go. Okay.
Oh my
let's go.
goodness, he's got
Go. Okay.
the hair.
Go
and
for it.
everything.
This is my favorite movie of the year. It's Past Lives. In case for listeners at home, this movie is by Celine Song, Past Lives. It is an original screenplay. It's her directorial debut. It is a movie about 2 childhood friends who were disconnected very early on and then reconnected later in their lives with different lived experiences and trying to figure out what that means for them. This movie, I mean, I don't know. I walked out of the theater absolutely stunned. Actually, this has happened maybe 3 times at that particular theater. I walked out of the theater crying. just walking out in front of everyone. This happened, I think, during After Sun. That was 2 years ago, and maybe another movie. But I just walked out of the theater, just like, how do I go on? I love a movie that makes me just think about my life, think about missed opportunities, the big question, like what if, or what if, you can't dread on that too. It's hard to dread on what if I didn't take this opportunity? What if I did? It's hard to do that. And this really perfectly demonstrates what it's like to live in that. And if you let that fester too long, this movie blew me. It's one of my favorite movies ever. I love it. I've seen it twice now. Can't wait to see it again. I own it. So I will watch it for many years to come. And hopefully, apparently a lot of people watch this with their partners and have very long talks on the way home. So I think that's great. I think this movie's doing a lot of good. That's me. That's my little spiel. If anyone has any questions, please direct them towards me.
So Jonah thought it was okay. Sarah, what did you think?
Yeah, it was just all right.
You're going to be so mad at me, Katie.
You didn't see it.
I haven't seen it yet. No, but no, I know I haven't. Guys, I'm telling you, Jenny, you beat me this year. I just have. After
Jenny's
hearing Jonah talk, though, I feel like I'm going to go watch it right after we do this.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm going to go watch it. I'm going to go watch it, guys.
I love that. I love that for you. Thank you very much. More people need to watch this movie.
It's a good one. Okay, Jen.
I loved it. I did. I watched it the same night I watched Anatomy of a Fall. So I was, oh no, here we go.
What a double feature. Those are my 2 favorite movies nominated for Best Picture. Oh, I love you.
Yeah, it was like those were like, I'm gonna do it right. Let's watch both of these movies. I don't want to give too much away though, because since Sarah hasn't seen it. But like there was a point I was gonna make, but I don't think I'll make it now. So that
I can stop listening.
Take your earbuds.
perhaps.
Yeah, I'm going to take them out. Okay,
and Sarah,
go.
I'll go like this when you're ready.
Okay, go.
Okay.
I think what I really appreciated about this movie and the way that the story went, and I hope I expressed this in the way that I wanted to come across, is that, a typical Hollywood film, the ending would have been that they would have been together. She would have left her husband and they would have been together. But I so appreciated her commitment to her husband and the life
100%.
that she chose, even though there was a little bit of teasing here on what her life could have been like and looked like with this friend. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I really appreciated the fact that she was committed to her husband, and the scenes of them going out were just, it warmed my heart. I loved when he said, let's go have pasta. And he says, let's go have pasta. So the 3 of them just together.
The scene of the 2 of them in the bed, you remember,
yes.
the very personal conversations that it feels so similar to what other people, of course I can't experience, I'm not in a committed relationship, but it feels so like a fly on the wall of things that actually happen in everybody's lives. He
was in such a wonderful way expressing all of the insecurities he was feeling because this friend came back into her life, and that is so real.
Get Sarah back in.
We can.
Yes.
Anyway,
Katie.
Yeah.
where is our sister and who is this person?
Were you listening?
Critiquing? No, I'm watching her nonverbal. She
yeah.
looked so moved by whatever she was talking about.
I love it.
She's critiquing movies. Where's Jenny? And who is that?
She went to the AFI.
We need to all go see it. We need to all go see a movie together. All four of us.
we
Just
totally
have a night out.
I was
just
trying so hard to make Kat proud of me and Sarah. I wanted to really be involved with the episode this year, and
You're killing it.
Thanks. I appreciate it. But
I'm just glad you loved the movie as much as I did, because I mean it's my favorite movie of the year. So I'm just so happy.
I did. I really did like it. And, it kind of reminded me of my husband and I, the way we met. We talked a lot on Facebook Messenger and text before we ever met each other.
Yeah.
So it reminded me a lot of that beginning of nowadays, how relationships and courting can be different because of technology. So I really appreciated some of that in the film. But I loved it. I just thought they were sweet.
So I loved it too. I know that you guys are swarming over each other's reviews, but I'm going to interject if that's okay.
Please do. It's your show, Katie.
I did love it. It's just a story about regular people and the simple yet challenging things that we have to deal with, which is just like with Barbie, it's change. We don't like change. It's hard to do. I really like the use of quiet moments. Because he doesn't talk very much, and she doesn't need him to. That shows their relationship, and yet still at the end that happens. We won't tell Sarah what happens.
Yeah.
Even though they had that connection, we see what happens. But and I did love the passage of time. Even though it wasn't an extremely long video, you felt like you were with them for those 12 years.
When I first watched it. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, and it's like, sorry, Sarah, but they end the video call and it's like, when are we going to see each other next? Yeah. And then we find out how long it is that they actually see each other. It's a great film. I think it's something that every single human can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Man, I just the moment whenever someone just loves something you love, that's what's happening to me right now. It's one of my favorite movies ever. I adore it, and I can't stop. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Again, I cried.
Well, and exactly what you said, Jonah. It's just that something we can all relate to because, and I think we go back to the Future conversations we had, how those small little decisions you make in life, what you do, what you don't do, how it can make such a huge impact to your overall life journey. So I think that this movie really...
Sarah, do you want to see it now?
Yeah, 6 out of 5.
Yay!
Love that.
Okay, I think
in case
Jen, Sarah, Jonah, and we let's all say our score at the same time. Ready, set, go. 5.
1. Oh, what? 5. That felt disrespectful.
One times 5.
5. All right, so we all love that one. This is the last one, and then we'll do a game, and then we'll be all done. All right, final one. Sarah, do you want to do it?
I'm assuming this is Poor Things.
I'm so curious what you guys think of this.
I didn't watch this. Well, Katie.
Do you guys want?
I don't think you should.
I have really strong.
I don't think you
Jen,
should.
I don't think this is.
I have to be honest with you. You should not watch.
I don't think this is going to check
just...
any boxes for you, Jen.
It was not on my list.
No, don't watch it.
It was not on my list, but Katie told me, Jen, don't do it. Just don't do it.
I mean,
okay, so don't you guys think that if this movie was not made this year, or if Emma Stone wasn't up for anything, that Lily would absolutely win?
Okay,
Lily
so I
still
do have
should.
I have a
seen
quick
the
thought.
movie.
I have a quick thought. I was actually just talking about this with my friend on our way to Colorado. I'm a big Oscars guy. I think about it all the time. I like to predict and stuff. I follow every single award show up to here to see who I best think might win. Emma Stone has obviously been sweeping, but there's some interesting things that's happened with Lily that in Oscars nights, there's always a shock. At least 1 or 2 or maybe 3.
Please.
I'm predicting that Lily will win because I think the SAG award really did it for me. Like I wouldn't, if Emma won the SAG award, which is Screen Actors,
Right.
I really would have just given it to Emma. But the fact that she won that, I'm hoping that she's going to win. And I'm going to predict that just because I feel like something crazy could happen. And not that it's crazy that she's won. It's just that obviously Emma's the one to win. And I think I want Lily to win. And I'm going to predict that because I just want to speak it into existence.
Okay. I respect that.
It has been spoken. Sarah, did you watch this?
No.
But she's telling me not to.
Did you not want to? Or
No, I was against paying money. If I wasn't going to a theater,
yeah.
I wasn't going to pay money to stream it until it was available. So I think it's going to come out
it's coming to
this
Hulu.
week, right,
soon.
this week, actually, like on the 8th or something. So I think I will watch it. Should try to see it before. I mean, I do actually really like Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo. I mean, this is really like avant-garde, Jen. I don't know that it's going to be. I like the premise, though. The premise of it sounds really interesting.
No, Sarah, whatever you thought the premise was, it lets you down. It's too obscure.
Stop. Don't
No,
talk
Jonah,
to Sarah like
don't
that.
even.
Oh my
Here,
God,
Sarah,
no.
We're about to
I would
fight,
like
bro.
you-
We're
I
about
would-
to fight.
Okay, let me start this off with I love Emma Stone.
You can.
I
you
love
can
Emma
start.
Stone. I
Stop.
wish her the best, and I think she's a great actress. I
Stop.
don't like this role. Okay, so Sarah, I would like you, or Jen, why don't you read it since it's right there? Just read.
You mean
my
like the synopsis that
No,
she's like?
this is my letterboxed review of this
Okay.
movie.
Am I
Jen's
supposed to
gonna read it.
restart the accents?
Yeah, just right there.
Okay. Accents? No. Costumes? No. Story concept? No. Avant-garde? Scenery? No. Music score? No. People who had to watch this movie? Poor things. The film tries way too hard to be unique. Emma, loved you before this and will after. Did not enjoy this role for you.
I hated this movie. How many stars did I give it,
She
Jen?
did a half. One half. A half a star. Not even a full
Okay.
star.
Oh my!
I will say, as much as I disagree with you, that is a gas review. I read it to my friend who I watched the movie with. Just be all full clear. I watched this movie twice in theaters.
I'm sorry.
And
Poor thing.
I read this. He thought it was funny too. But yeah, I mean, do you want to go? You kind of just did go, but do you just want me to? I can talk briefly if you want.
I think everyone understands how I feel about the movie.
But I want to know why.
But don't you want them to be out there creating different art than we haven't seen? This was like different
Oh,
art.
I
right.
certainly haven't seen this.
Okay, so so you've really like expressed this like, whoa, what is so like shocking or what is so like makes you dislike this so much?
They went too far in too many instances.
Okay.
I hated the accents. Mark Ruffalo's accent is appalling.
What is he doing? What is this accent?
But it's not supposed to be.
It's a comedy.
Yeah,
it's a
it's
comedy.
not. It's not supposed to
I
be
think
a
you're taking
typical.
it too seriously, Katie.
Sarah, watch.
You're taking it way too seriously.
Well, I thought that they tried whatever was supposed to be a comedy. I did not find funny. I felt like they were just reaching.
Okay,
in
I've only
every
seen
scene.
clips. Like I've only like seen the clips where she's like, "I'm going to go punch that baby," and to me, it looks funny.
Okay,
Hilarious.
you watch it, Sarah, and then see how you feel.
I'm gonna watch it,
Okay,
Jonah.
I can just
Borrow
give my
copy.
quick thoughts. I've seen it twice. First time, I will say this is an instance where I had two different ratings, both watches. So my opinion did change. First watch, I really enjoyed it. The humor took a minute to get used to, but when I finally got into it, it was a heck of a ride, and I was really into it. But it took a while. The second time, I was full in. I was like a roller coaster strapped in. Loved it. I was like butt gusting laughing. I understood everything way better. I don't know. I love this movie, and clearly we're two completely different opposites. But I think this movie is fantastic. I think it's I have close to like a technical masterpiece of the year. It looks fantastic. It's directed great. I mean, I love it.
What else has this director done?
The Favorite.
Sarah, The Favorite has
Lobster.
Oh, The Favorites! I loved The Favorites.
What is
Yeah,
this
Killing
Emma
poster
was in that.
supposed to depict? What is the poster supposed to depict?
It's supposed to just be
Chaos.
odd.
Feel full chaos.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a little bit of info, but not everything about the movie, so you can understand
Don't.
it.
Well, yeah. Don't spoil it too much.
Yeah,
because you can't really give anything.
I'm not
without
gonna
them
watch
knowing.
it.
Okay, isn't it like she's a create, like she's almost like a Frankenstein, but she's a girl and she's experiencing everything in life for the first time in a very naive way.
But there is a reveal that you don't know about from the trailers that happens towards the first act of the movie.
Jonah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. I
say
found that
that.
extremely disturbing, and I did not like it.
That's the point, though. That's like the point.
But for me, I did not find that entertaining. I found it somewhat
Super weird, yeah.
not just weird, but
Creepy. Disturbing is a good word.
disturbing. It's extremely disturbing, and it made me feel uncomfortable.
Okay,
And
so were you disturbed by that so much that the rest of the movie
Yes.
was
1000%.
oh
It's
God.
a pretty big part of the movie, to be
Yeah.
fair. It's a pretty big part of the movie. But you just gotta. It's a fiction.
And I
know it-
understand that's
and
a
it's a
hurdle
comedy.
I need to get over to enjoy the movie, but I'm choosing not to jump over that hurdle.
Well, and I assume one of the other things you did not like about the movie was the amount of sex in the movie. I would assume that's there. There is I will say there's an insane amount of sex in the movie.
Yeah.
Like more than, if you think there's a lot, like if you're expecting a lot, it's more than that.
It's
But
5 times that. Yes.
yeah, it's a lot. But to be said, Emma Stone was a producer on this movie. She's talked at lengths and how involved she was with this process. She was comfortable every time. Like she wanted to make this movie the way that it was made. And so I don't personally have any problem with it. It is a lot. And I guess if you're just like a casual viewer, it would be a little off-putting. But Yorgos's mind is crazy. Like
I'm just gonna say
he's crazy.
I'm gonna say at this point, I know my sisters, and neither of them will enjoy this film.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool,
Sarah,
man.
and I know you. You're not gonna like it.
I don't think you should watch it either. It is not for everybody. It was barely for me.
But I kind of want you to watch
I'm
it
just
so
kidding.
that
I
I
loved
can
it.
prove my point.
It's okay. I got you. Half a star. I'm gonna be watching Paw Patrol. Okay.
Well, I if we're giving ratings, first watch I gave it a 4. Second watch I
Whoa.
gave it a 4.5.
Wow.
Well, you took my half a star.
Loved it.
He loved it.
I loved it. Don't think it's perfect, but I loved it.
I think it's far from perfect. It's not my favorite.
I think you're far from perfect. No.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. Kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke.
Oh
That was a
my.
joke. It was purely.
Who's on for
Purely
the Oscars episode next year?
Oh, not
Yeah,
Jonah.
yeah. Who we got?
Someone other than Jonah.
Is it Phil?
That probably wasn't the
Oh.
best movie to end things on.
No, we always end on one I don't like. Tar was the last
Tar.
one last year.
Yeah.
So keeping it the
Why is
same.
everything about you? It's almost like it's your podcast or something.
Yeah. Who's the muggle and who has the mic?
Thank you for leaving Past Lives for second to last, though. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Sarah, you still with us?
That's my movie.
I'm here, guys.
What are your thoughts? Do you want to see Poor Things after hearing me, or has Jonah convinced you to watch it?
I wanted to see it. I just wasn't going to pay for it. So once it's streaming, I will watch it.
No, Sarah.
Respect.
Okay. Here's the next thing. I wasted $20 on that thing.
20.
I bought it to watch it for this because I thought I was going to like it because of Emma.
Why was it $20 to
was
rent it?
20
I
I
am
bought it.
such a fan of Emma. I've
bought
loved
it?
anything she's ever been in.
Oh,
so
my
I
I will
kind
give
of
it to you to watch.
She bought
Okay.
it.
Okay. All right. Ready for game time?
Just might want to watch it when you put the kitties to bed.
Can't wait.
Okay. Oh,
Okay, I'm in.
Robbie just messaged me and asked, how do you feel about Dune, if you've seen the first one or not, but Dune 2 was absolutely incredible.
I cannot wait. I'm really excited for Dune Part 2.
Yes. And they have awesome popcorn buckets. He says, and best outright movie I've ever seen, he says.
Wow.
Oh my.
Whoa.
High praise.
Whoa.
That's high praise.
High praise.
Okay, are you in,
Get
Sarah?
the cake.
It
Nick
said I
Cage.
was the first to buzz in. Congrats.
Oh, no, reset. Okay, now each of you buzz in.
Me.
Oh,
That
it's
was
a
the
speed
first.
thing. It's
That
It's a speed thing. So, Jonah, yours is going to be delayed. If it's close, it's
That
going to
was
go
the
to the
first.
person buzzing in.
Is it
It's
going?
okay. It's
Do you,
okay.
do you
Okay,
resell?
so
You're
Jen
resetting.
won on that one.
One.
Okay. So, so this game is called Don't Go Baking My Heart.
Oh my gosh, how cute!
So we just got out of
I
February.
think I can do this.
So
Katie, that is so cute.
I designed the logo. I'm pretty proud of it.
Wow, there's bacons on the broken heart pieces.
Oh my.
Stop it.
the detail.
Gee whiz.
So I love Canva. Okay, so the gist of this game is basically, Kevin Bacon's 6 Degrees of Separation.
Right.
I'm going to slowly give you 5 cast members from a movie. Whoever can tell me, I'm going to also give you a list of Oscar noms for this year. Who can ever tell me what movie this cast is from first wins, gets the point. Okay?
Gotcha.
So for instance,
Yeah, can we have a practice one?
well, so for instance, this is the list of Oscar noms this year, people who are up for nominations.
Correct.
And you have to tell me this cast is from this movie, which one of these people was in.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think Jonah's gonna win. I'm just gonna guess.
I have I mean there's a lot of steps here, but I'll do my best.
So basically, if I said Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, and
You say
say Richard Harris was
uh,
up for a nomination and he was on that list, you'd
but-
buzz in and say,
but
Harris.
does Kevin Bacon have to be in it, or
No.
Kevin Bacon's not related just because
6
of
degrees of
6
separation.
6 degrees?
Yeah, 6.
Okay.
So this cast is connected to one of these nominees in this movie. Does that make sense?
Let's just
Correct.
Sure, I'm ready.
Okay. Are you ready, Sarah?
I'm ready. I was
Okay.
born ready.
Would anyone like to really quickly read all the nominees? Sarah?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
It's really tiny on my computer. I see Carey Mulligan, Paul Giamatti, Cillian Murphy, Margot Robbie, Annette Bening, Ludwig who's this?
Goranson.
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 All right. Divine Joy Randolph, Jeremy White, Emily Blunt.
Jeffrey.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Jeff, I'm telling
Jeremy
you,
White.
it's the size of
Sarah, expand
molecule.
it.
Exam.
Hit the square in the
Someone's
top
been
right
cooking.
corner of wherever it's at.
Jeffrey Wright, Emily Blunt, Jodie Foster. Is that what this is?
Yes.
Eli
Yep.
Wallach,
Wallach. Yep.
and Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay, Sarah, do me a favor. Hover over where the game's at, and on the top right, there should be a little white box.
Oh,
Hit that.
oh, that's better. Oh, it's Jeffrey Wright. Okay, okay.
There you go. Okay, here goes the first one. Connie Nielsen. Jaimon Hansu.
Jimon Hansuya.
I can never say his name right.
You're good.
Richard Harris.
Me.
Russell Crowe. Oh, Jonah.
Me.
Jonah.
Gladiator Joaquin Phoenix.
Very good.
Congratulations.
Don't go baking my heart.
You're the winner of the game. I'm just
Thank you.
predicting at this point. You're winning.
Do you like the little Kevin Bacons I'm having?
Oh my god.
anytime?
That's great.
Okay.
That's so fantastic.
Here goes Jonah.
While I
has
was
one.
trying to find time to watch any of these movies, Katie was creating graphics for Don't Go Baking My Heart.
Exactly. While watching Poor Things, and that's why she didn't get it.
See, Sarah.
Exactly. I
Sarah,
got it.
we're trying to find time to watch the movie. Here's Katie.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, are you going to put the names back on? Or?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes.
No, you're good. I'm like, I need that desperately. I'm like, I need that so bad.
Oh, look at you. You have a little
I even-
strike through
yeah,
on
I
the
strike-
name.
yeah,
Wow.
Joaquin's got a
Fantastic.
line
Thank you.
through. Okay. Number 2.
Oh, hold on. I better
Oh, yeah,
get the
reset
buzzer.
the
I'm not going to
buzzer.
be hitting up. Okay.
I have to reset it. Okay. Is it reset? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2. Nathan Fillion, Bryan Cranston, Tom Sizemore, Matt Damon, Tom Hanks.
Can you give any more or no?
That's it.
Say it. Can you say it all again?
Jen buzzed in.
I'm guessing. Can we
Yeah.
guess?
Yeah, you can guess.
Paul
Tell me-
Giamatti?
in.
Oh, I have to do that too?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you.
Please.
It's got to be a war movie.
Yeah, can you? I'll give you time to think of it.
Oh my gosh.
Matt Damon, Tom Hanks, is that what you said?
Uh-huh.
Saving Private Ryan?
Oh shoot.
Oh my god!
Dang. I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid. You know, I forgot Nathan Fillion was in that movie. I didn't know he was in that movie.
Good job, Jen.
Thanks.
You're
See,
doing,
yeah, if
Jen.
you could-
This is
Jen,
this
you
is
look
your
like
night.
you just won an Oscar.
Did.
For real.
All right, here goes the next one. All right, number 3. Larry King,
Larry King.
Tom Skerritt, William Fincher, Robert Zemeckis,
Oh, back to
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh.
Oop,
Oh,
Jen
Jodie Foster?
in.
Oh, that movie about the space. The movie about the space and all that. Oh, stop it.
I know it. I know it. Can I get a half a point? She gets a half a point.
Stop it.
Wait.
No.
I know it.
Stop.
I know
hold
it.
on.
that's not that movie, is it?
Is that the movie I'm thinking of?
I will say, if someone thinks of it, they can steal it if they know both of them.
I don't.
Wait, can I? I think I know it.
I don't think one of those people you named is in that movie, but I could be wrong.
Matthew McConaughey.
I
You know
looked
I'm a
these up,
Matthew McConaughey.
I looked him
know.
up on IMDb.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Shoot, why can't my brain work this evening? It's back here.
I know what movie you're thinking of, but I'm just not so sure that's the right pick. I guess I could
That's
just
the
could be
only
wrong.
two I know. I know Matthew, and you said Jodie.
I think Matthew McConaughey and Jodie Foster are only in one movie together.
Yes, and I can't think of the name of it.
Oh,
Can
so sorry.
Stop it.
I think I'm going to let Sarah try to steal.
Oh no!
I'm not even on the board, Jen.
yeah, for real.
I came up with it.
Go,
Did we
Sarah.
get half a point? She
No.
can't take my whole
Can't
point.
get half a point. You got to know both of them, Jen.
Well, she didn't know. She didn't say the name of the person. I did.
Yeah, you gave it to her.
Oh, the
That's
guy
not
on
right.
the screen,
No,
the
I
guy that's
object.
on the screen, Paul Giamatti.
I object.
Jonah.
I
well,
gave the name Jodie Foster. Now
Sorry.
she does not
Sister-
get the full
sister's bickering.
points. That's not right.
I'm making a judgment call. Sarah gets to answer. She'll get the full point.
Oh, you.
Is it Contact?
Not fair.
Yes.
I object from this podcast. I'm going to the
Oh,
podcast.
you poor thing.
You watched a couple movies and now you think that you
No,
should win
you
the
would
whole
not have gotten
jackpot.
contact. I
Okay,
gave it to you. I said Jodie Foster, and you chucked the rest
I
of
knew-
it.
Listen, I don't even remember Paul Giamatti in that movie.
He was in it. He was a soldier.
No, he was. Yeah, he was in it. I
Not
just forgot
fair.
Nathan Fillion.
Not
Do you
fair.
like how,
Sarah has a half a point?
Do you like
truly.
how Kevin Bacon's on static on the television?
Not anymore.
That was a great detail.
Thank you. All right.
You're welcome.
Here's number 4. Michael Caine, Tom Hardy, Elliot Page. Oop.
Oh,
Sarah.
shoot.
Sarah.
Know it.
Cillian Murphy.
In.
Yeah.
Is it Batman?
No.
Or is it Inception? Is it Inception? Is it
You can't give
Inception?
it to her. She said Batman.
Me.
Oh, but then I said it. But
I'm
then I
giving it to
said
her.
it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good, does it?
Katie, you're my favorite little sister in the world.
I'm your
Wow,
only.
Why does Sarah get
Good job,
two?
though. Good job.
She got the answer.
She didn't
No one
say
gave it to
Inception
her.
first. She said Batman.
She came up with it. Nobody said it to her. She came up with it.
Did you pay her before this show, Sarah?
No, and I'm very afraid of your aggressiveness in this game, Jenny.
Very competitive.
Well, she took my point away. That's why.
Kevin's on a top. Okay, here we go. Number 5. I can never say his last name. Rufus Sewell.
Sewell.
I can never say it. Jude Law.
Jude Law.
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
I like his sound effects.
Me. Okay. And was that me?
Yes.
Okay. Eli Wallach, The Holiday.
Yes.
Oh, I love that movie. Wait, who is Eli Wallach?
So the connection there is he wins an Oscar in that movie.
Oh, wow. That is
He's
minimal.
the screenwriter. But no, that's a big deal. They show the Oscar there on his shelf, and that's the connection. Okay? Okay. All right. Next one. Will Merrick.
Oh, put the list back up. Put the list back up.
I'm so sorry. Will Merrick. Tom Hollander. Bill Nye.
Bill
Rachel
Nye, science guy?
McAdams.
Me,
Yes.
me. Margot Robbie, About Time.
Yes.
Look at that. Man, Jonah.
One of my all-time.
Jonah really has seen a lot of movies.
Oh, yeah, he's the movie guy.
My
at that.
my
I
best
have
friend,
one.
I showed him that movie last year, and he became obsessed with it. So I gave him a shirt of that movie, and he's wearing it right now.
Oh.
Nice.
Everybody
Fun fact.
comment on the Kevin Bacon clock.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
Katie.
that's killer.
Wow. I'm going to bring Jack.
If you have not seen About Time, I cannot recommend that movie
It's
enough.
amazing. It's amazing.
Sarah, maybe Katie could watch the kids and we could go out and like shop or something.
That sounds good.
Since she has a little bit
I have
of
plenty of
extra
time.
But I'm supposed to go watch past lives, so I'm going to commit to that.
There you go.
I love that.
Okay, number 7. Mahershala Ali. Donald Sutherland. Woody Harrelson.
Me.
Yes.
Jeffrey Wright, The Hunger Games: Catching Fire, or The Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 1.
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Look at Kevin.
He's killing it.
It's all over the place.
Okay. Number 8. Adrian Grenier. Simon Baker. Stanley Tucci. Ooh, Sarah.
Emily Blunt, The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, you killed it.
Oh man.
Oh, that's so good. Killed it.
Good job, Sarah.
You're not going to Paris.
Okay.
That was so good.
Next one. Ron Perlman.
Wait, did you reset? You didn't reset.
What do you mean?
You did. She did.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't.
Mine says,
Thank
mine
you,
said
the
buzz in.
buzzers.
Maybe it's because I didn't buzz in.
All right. Ron Perlman, Oscar Isaac, Albert Brooks, Bryan Cranston, Ryan Gosling.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. They are in a movie together? Wait. When did Ron Perlman and
We're all
Ryan-
relying on you, Jonah.
Yeah, Jonah, do it.
I'm
yours,
gonna
guy.
throw out a guess, and it's not right. Just I want that to be known. I'm gonna say Ludwig and La La Land.
Nope.
See, I didn't think, but I swore I saw a movie with Ron Perlman and Ryan Gosling in it, but I can't remember.
You did. It's just not that one.
Wait. No, I lost it.
All right. We'll go ahead and say it. What do you do in a car?
Drive?
Oh, is it Drive?
Oh, Drive.
Carrie Mulligan and Drive.
Never even heard the movie.
You didn't even know that was a movie, Jen?
I'm so disappointed.
I can only talk about movies in 2023.
Yeah. Look at Kevin, though.
Kevin is quite the character. Now he's
Okay.
a taxi driver.
So no one got that one. That was Carrie Mulligan. It was in there with Ryan Gosling.
Man, Ron Perlman's in Drive. I forgot about that.
Okay, this one.
But Bryan Cranston. Oh,
Yep. I was really excited for this one. Are you ready? Jamie Dornan, Kenan Thompson,
The heck?
Kenan.
Kelly Clarkson,
Kelly Clarkson.
Justin Timberlake,
What?
and Anna Kendrick.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes,
Who got it?
you did, Jonah.
Okay, it's Ludwig as Trolls.
Nope.
What? Kelly Clarkson. It's not Trolls?
Justin Timberlake.
I didn't
It
say
has
it.
to be
I
Trolls.
didn't say it wasn't Trolls.
Oh.
Sarah
Yeah.
buzzed in.
Is it Divine Joy Randolph in Trolls?
Yes, it is.
Correct.
Oh my gosh.
Look, I didn't know she was
Trolls
in that,
World Tour.
She
I
plays
didn't either.
Bliss
and I
Marina.
didn't know Ludwig was in that. I was guessing.
Who's Bliss Marina?
Look at
That's
my
not a
score.
well-known
See, this is
character
just
from Trolls
sad.
World Tour because I've watched
Sheila
that
B
many
as
times.
well.
Many a time.
Sheila B as well. All right. We've got our last two. Who are the last two remaining, guys? Jen?
Annette Bening and sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
You're just asking me so I can.
Yeah,
have
so
some
you
input.
can talk
Thanks,
some.
because you know I'm not going to get them. Thanks.
It's
We're
Annette
tied, though.
Bening and Ludwig Göransson. All right. Ready? Michael J. Fox, Martin Sheen.
Oh, I know it. Ding, ding, ding. I can't buzz. My app closed, but I know it. I know this. I know
Yes.
this.
Yes.
It's Annette Bening and The American President.
Very good, Sarah.
I love that
Killed it.
movie. I
goodness.
love that movie.
That is right. Michael J. Fox was in that
Sarah's
movie.
winning.
That was so good.
Well, she really shouldn't have 5, okay?
That was great. That was
Thanks,
great.
guys.
You're killing it.
That's such a
I can
good
only
movie.
tie now.
Guys, look, there's Kevin on the
Killing it.
left.
You're having too much fun with this. Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
You know what, guys? You better watch out because I'm making a comeback.
I believe you.
With the one left.
Jen, if
Okay,
you can
now-
get this, I'll give you 5
Now,
points.
wait. If Jonah gets this one, I'm technically at
fine.
4.5 because of my Inception Batman gaffe. So he will win.
Do you want me to put 4.5 on there?
No, we don't need to put it for the graphics, but I'm just
No,
saying.
It's
Then I
fine.
should have
Hey,
one.
I like a good tie. It just means that more people get to celebrate the victory.
There you go. Okay, so guys, I will preface this with it is.
I'm gonna stay out of this. It's on YouTube.
I'm gonna preface this with it is not a movie. Okay, but they've worked together. Ming-Na Wen, Taika Waititi, Giancarlo Esposito.
Ding, ding,
Yes.
ding. Mandalorian.
Ding, 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 ding.
Nicely done, Jonah.
Thank you.
We ended.
I haven't
with a
even
tie.
seen the Mandalorian.
Very good. Good job.
Yay!
That was. Don't go breaking
Break
my
in my
heart.
heart. I couldn't if I tried.
All right, Jonah, do this for your win. Wait for it.
You mean for the tie?
Oh, that's so
Yeah, I was about to say-
fun.
Well, Sarah's not on screen.
Is that only on Jonah's? We can't do that.
Yeah, no, it's something with his iPhone.
He's
I
got
don't know.
something special.
Oh, that's. I know the thumbs up and the.
I'm
thumbs
just cool.
down.
There you go. Okay,
He's just Ken.
He's just Ken.
I'm just Ken.
Okay, very quickly, we're going to end out the episode with our picks for Best Picture.
Pick some predictions.
Our predictions are what we would like.
No, this is our Best Picture picks because Jonah thinks predictions means you're telling them what you think will win, right?
Because that's what a prediction is. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get you. Okay, so these are our best picks. You guys already told me, so I've got nice graphics ready. But Jen, go ahead and tell us your best picture pick.
I said past lives.
No,
No,
you
I said
said
the holdovers.
holdovers.
That's right. I did say the holdovers.
It's like,
I'm
don't
sorry.
screw up my
I'm
graphics.
sorry. That's right. I was tossing between
Torn.
the two.
Yeah. Okay. Jonah, what is yours?
I don't remember what I told you, but I mean, Past Lives is my favorite movie of the year, but that's not what's going to win. What's going to win is Oppenheimer. Okay, bye.
Okay, and because I'm able to do the graphics, I was unable to choose between two, so I'm going with Holdovers and Barbie.
Bit cheaty, but yeah.
And Sarah, what was your best picture pick?
both my favorite movie and the movie that will win Best Picture is Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I mean that is true.
Very good. Very good. I truly could not choose.
Yeah.
I was tossing back
It'll
and
be
forth which
interesting.
movie I enjoyed the most, and I enjoyed both of those equally. So
I'm just surprised your graphics not Poor Things, Katie.
Yeah, can I change my answer?
oh, here, there.
Yeah. This is the
Oh,
Poor Things spot.
I really hated that movie. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining. Any last thoughts
totally.
before we
Been
hop
real.
off?
I had such a good time. I hope you guys had a good time too. I
Yeah,
love
it was
Oh my
talking about
gosh,
movies.
such
yes.
fun. Such
So
fun.
much
Always look
fun
forward
with
to
all
it.
of you. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Jen, for watching more than one movie.
You're welcome.
No, you killed it. Let's shoot for 10.
I'll try better next time.
Better. You did great, but let's shoot for 10.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys. Oscars air March 10th, right?
Yep.
All right, we'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Whew.